Print off, I figured email was the best way.
So you guys, I sent you a bunch of stuff, probably too much. And not even the video of the water running in my basement. Would you like me to just kind of go over it, or do you want to ask me questions, or maybe
This is for you.
Yeah, this is your time to
this is my
kind of elaborate
time.
on anything, bring it up.
Okay.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
tight today, so we've got to keep to our schedule.
Yes, I understand, and I'm gonna start.
And we
We've
did
already
all-
started your clock.
We read through and looked at the pictures and.
Terrific, thanks. So basically, I think you guys, of course, are much better at assessing value in dollars and stuff. I'm basically feel like my structure, could be valued lower, and maybe it's really just fair average as opposed to just average. But I don't, do the classifications. Primarily, as I sent you, the water running through my basement from an old tile, like even after the rain we had, uh, water's running through there, the floors are kind of rotting and need support, need replacement of the joists as seen in the pictures. I didn't think I'd show you what it looked like up top. This is the bathroom above there. We have stuff coming through the floor and nails. This shows the level as the level.
Yeah.
Then the level, basically over the course of 4 feet in that room, over the course of 4 feet in that room, it drops 1¼ inches. And that's after my best efforts jacking it up on posts and stuff. So it needs work. I won't waste the little time I have to talk about trying to get that addressed over the last several years, but I think that's probably the big thing. As far as potentially the exterior, again, I don't kind of know what average is. I did have difficulty last year. Of course, a lot of people do in terms of getting house insurance. I sent you the photos of basically the rust on the roof and the waving in the roof, the cupping of some of the sheathing, and then of course lead paint abatement on the exterior. And so anyway, the insurance eventually insured me with a $15,000 outside physical deterioration, removal from the amount they would insure. And so that's kind of the structure outside. As far as the land, I think it really comes down to sort of two things. I think it might be overvalued, 10% or something. Yes, I live on a lake and it's a wonderful spot. But I think there's sort of two factors. One is the quality of the waterfront, meaning I sent you the map, the depth map and stuff. It's the kind of thing where, I have a dock that's going out, 40 feet. You still can't really dive. You still can't really dive in there. By there, you can get into boats and stuff. There is a portion of my shoreline at the far north end that is what I would consider comparable quality to other people's frontage, as you were, and water. So the and then the other is just sort of the utility, how useful is your frontage?
It's a pretty low grade.
I have I'm at 5,
Yeah.
right, which I know is taken into account, but I would say, give you a couple comparables where, they're rated at 5, but hey, you can just dive in the water and boat, or they are. But frontage is a tricky thing, and then of course there are cases where people aren't even assessed for their frontage. I assume that maybe goes into a larger you know, the folks like on the west side of the pond who have the town road between their house and their dock and their frontage essentially, they're not really assessed for frontage because they have a road in between, but again, the utility of gaining access to the water and everything else from their land is good, right? Then I have a particularly long, narrow lot, which currently, is, under the land use regulations, requires 100-foot, setback from, any new uses. My existing uses are grandfathered in. And I don't know how that values, whether grandfathering is, it's part of the value or not. The shoreland district also says 40 feet from the center line of the road, so pretty much effectively.
Right.
No new uses are gonna be developed there or impervious surfaces and things like that. So, I would consider that it's different than your more average waterfront lot where you have the 100-foot buffer. I'm not talking about the camps on Curtis Pond, but if you have a 2-acre lot or a 4-acre lot, give you an example of a 4-acre lot. You know, you can accommodate the 100-foot buffer and you don't, of course, have the road right away. But you can do all kinds of new uses potentially, or have uses which can access the front. You know, and basically,
Well, basically a 6-foot path, 6-foot wide path is
Yes.
only allowed to do that 100.
yes, but of course, most of these we're talking about have their grandfathered spaces as well. So anyway, so I'm just saying, it's, potentially, it makes the frontage less useful. So I think, $120,000 for 2 acres seems, on the one hand, you know, you guys have a better sense than I, that just seems a bit high, given that it's effectively a conserved property. So there we go. That's pretty much my point. I think I managed to do it in 10 minutes.
That was awesome, thank you.
So in case you have any questions.
No. Actually, I do, for your, it shows that there's an extra kitchen. Is there like a unit in there? Like a?
I'm hoping to make it a unit.
Okay, so should I leave it, the extra kitchen thing on there?
Yeah,
That's right,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
That's what you guys,
Yeah, that's what
you
we
know,
got.
you guys, that's what you saw and.
I don't believe anybody went in though,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, you guys.
Okay.
Again, as I sort of said in my letter, anyway, I thought you guys did
Well, we did.
since I wasn't there for you to go in, I
Right.
thought you did a great job of assessing things.
Yeah.
And then I started thinking, oh, well, the basement, and then.
Well, the
like this.
basement pictures were a big help. Thank you.
Yes,
That was.
yes, and like this, I didn't even think, I thought, oh, I should show how the floor is,
Yeah.
you know, the floors
Yep.
are.
Yeah, that's the stuff we're looking
Yeah,
for.
yeah,
That's exactly what we're looking.
Yeah, so,
Yeah, no. I'm good.
and the main thing is just because I was offline for 10 days. Right in the period of coming in and consulting with you guys.
Right.
It's, you know, again, I'm starting to go, oh yeah, I guess a lot of people probably don't have water running through their basement, so.
No, this is the stuff we wanna know.
Yeah.
They're gonna go over all this, make adjustments, we'll get another letter.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, don't fix it.
So that's.
Cool. That was easy, thank you.
Okay, great.
No, it helps when you come in with information, that's awesome.
Yeah,
How much water did you get in your basement? How deep was it?
like, well, I wouldn't say it was deep, you know, it was just like, I have a picture from just yesterday. Oh, it's like, it doesn't like cover the whole floor because I dug a trench.
I live on
Yeah.
the shore of Woodbury Lake.
Yeah.
We got 32.5 inches in October.
Oh, good. When? Just now?
24,
What's that?
23 and 24.
Oh, okay. Yes, no, fortunately, I did not get the big, or either of the major rain events.
No.
I get this mostly in the spring, and like now, again, I got maybe, in places, I got like, you know, a very small amount, but I dug a ditch and tried to channel it. But the floor basically the structure, at one point, the house was abandoned, right? So there were always higher priorities to take care of before taking care of this. Ultimately, I think I'll be able to pour concrete down there, but I could talk about, you know, basically I can't find a GC, you know, everybody wants to do a piece, nobody wants to do the whole thing, the structural and anyway. So it's been difficult to make it happen, plus I've had some physical difficulties getting to it. But no, I've never had like
Yeah, we
from a flood, I'm above the 100-year flood zone. Okay, which is good. I have a letter of map exception, which is in the files. So that's very good. So I haven't had a flooded basement. The main thing is when the house was abandoned, they were using it as a camp. I think I'm almost done here. They put in a tile, which was the original water source for the house when I bought it. And that basically is kind of what it comes down to. And that's, not all year, you know, I'd say half the year or something like that, or after a big rain, as the water comes up.
And we've been using a company called Twin State Basements,
Yeah,
and, they trench the entire cellar with a concrete cellar.
Yeah.
And put in huge cast iron sump pumps.
oh, okay.
We haven't tested them out yet.
Yeah, well, and I was gonna say, so in terms of assessing the value of this, you know, how much did that cost you?
Quite a bit.
That's right, so, anyway, I've had Singleton look at it and it's been helpful. The tricky part is I have to get the plumbers and the other people to lift everything up so they can put the floor. And that's sort of a GC thing to make all that happen. Anyway,
We now have washer and dryer that are up 3.5 feet.
I don't know if you want your washer and dryer.
I know,
Yeah.
we lost them last.
Well. So,
Okay.
other questions, comments?
I'm good. I mean, we're here to listen
Okay,
to you and,
yeah,
and looking at the lister card. There's already 45% physical depreciation.
Yeah.
There's a 50% grade on the frontage. 50% reduction in the
For Lakeside, 50% grade is pretty good.
yeah,
That shows the.
No, I don't have any other questions.
okay,
Not making any more lakefront.
yeah, basically, anyway, you know.
You have 3 full bathrooms here.
No, actually, one's a 3-quart, one's what they call a 3, you know, it has a shower, not a tub. A full bathroom is,
Got a shower, tub and lavabo. Got 2 pictures of that.
okay, someone else said, yes, I do have.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm good.
Okay,
Good to see you.
goody, yeah, good to have the continuity and, you know. What have you, so, thanks for your time. Thank you.
Okay, so,
See you around.
yeah, Curtis.
Yeah.
I don't have to declare this and close or anything or?
No. You're very lovely, you're very lovely.
Yeah. Hey, the sun's coming out there. Not raining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
If I change his condition from average to fair to average, it puts him right around the 375, 380 mark.
And with James from, get with Nimerick, and they're going to listen to your grievance hearing.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Yeah.
Morning, Sandra, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm good, this is
Hi.
James. So we'll let you get going. We know you got only a little time.
Yeah, just to let you know, we are away, so I hopefully the code, everything sounds clear at this point, but just let you know, so. I'll let you start.
Well, no, this is your chance to tell us what your concerns are. We already have everything, up to this point, so what were your concerns why you're thinking the value was wrong?
Well, I just have some questions about James. I was reading everything over, I got it with me, and, I was rushing when I was there. I have some background in the vibrations with back in Marshall and Swift and different ones. So I wasn't sure, like, what you guys use, if you have a different, your own that you've developed, or.
Well, what we do, we use a market adjusted cost approach. We use a CAMA system that uses Marshall and Swift tables. We adjust those tables with either a time or a location factor for each town that we work in, depending on what the sales show. But it's basically just it's a cost replacement system, replacement cost, less depreciation to get to market. And we use the last 3 years of sales as our comps. That's required by the state.
Okay, and now I got in, it's like 2015 was the last time you guys did a Facebook.
You're right, and they would use sales from 3 years back from that.
Okay,
Yeah.
and you use the square footage that you had in the town.
The square footage would have came, if we got to verify the information, we would have checked that with a site visit, and if we weren't able to get on the property, we would have went with whatever was in the record.
Okay, and it looks like they may not change that much once it's up over 85% because the tax rate has to be set. So looking over everything, I feel pretty comfortable with it at this point. I just had a few questions. I don't send, I think you've answered just that one that I had, basically. And what would be the basis if anybody had any grievances, the normal things to just bring the values down, updates that have to be done to the property?
Well, if, for the appeal process, what you'd want to do is you would want to look through the sales that we used and see where yours fit in. We have you at 322, so you'd want to look at the sales that were maybe between 275 and 350, and try to pick a couple of those that, suited the value that yours is at. And if you're not close, if you're saying, well, geez, I couldn't get that for mine based on this, well, then that would be the grounds for your appeal. It's just a market approach. Yeah. Direct comp.
And what about the land? What did you guys do with the land values?
Again, we would, in order to make the system work, the software we use, there are several different sides of it. You've got the cost for the dwelling and structure, you've got a section for outbuildings, you've got a section for improvements like water and septic and ponds, and then you've got the section for the land. The state wants you to break each one of these categories out. So to develop land values, you develop a land schedule that you plug into the back of this model. And that comes from the sales. We look at sales of the raw land, we look at the sales of developed properties and extrapolate out the improvements in order to get to the value that people are paying. This way we can see the difference between undeveloped and developed. But we build a new schedule for the town. We start from scratch.
Okay, pretty much that's all I have. I think that answers that, and I don't think I have any more questions.
Okay, great.
Okay,
Enjoy your day.
okay, thanks. The beach is calling.
Okay, thank you. Have a good day.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to jump.
No, that was good.
I knew she was just gonna have those.
Yeah.
I had no change.
Like turn this off or anything, or?
She's listening to me.
Oh, no, you can, yeah, you can turn it off. Hit phone, thing down there.
Living that day, right? You can't say anything.
Now,
Do folding.
is anyone announcing to them that they're being recorded or?
We told Curtis, I didn't remember on the last one, but we will do it this one.
Will you get on?
Okay. So it's hit 1, right, Tegan, and then the number?
Yep.
And it's Christian.
Christian.
this is Marla. I'm calling about the Calais reappraisal for your grievance hearing.
Okay,
Okay, I'm here with your town listers, and I'm also here with James. He's an assessor with NIMRIC. And I just wanted to let you know, Chris, that you're being recorded, okay? But I'm gonna let you
Okay.
speak with them.
okay,
Alrighty.
Morning, Chris, how are you?
good.
Good. We'll let you,
Actually, I'm on the scene of a structure fire in the town of Milton right now that I'm trying to address, so
okay,
I think we can go quick on, I think we can go quick. The assessment was reassessed at 85, I believe,
yep,
and that's gonna hold where we're at right now.
yep,
I'm happy with that, sir.
all right,
If you're happy,
yeah,
we should be good to go with
Yeah,
that assessment now. The original one was 149, which
right,
quite a bit different.
Right.
151.
Right, I thought we spoke last couple weeks ago and we fixed all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah, and I probably should have canceled this meeting, but it just got away from me.
No, we're good. I
All right,
appreciate it.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to rush you.
No, you're good. Go do your thing. We're good.
Thank you.
All right, thank
Thanks.
you, have a good day.
Yeah, you too, bye.
Good phone.
Sorry. Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
I think there's a hangout button. Maybe.
Right.
Oh, okay, no.
No, okay. Okay, now. Yeah.
Next is,
There's something there.
All right. We'll let you, whatever you want to present, whatever you got on.
Great, well, I guess I got my two biggest things currently is, the value, I think it was way over assessed. It's a double wide mobile home. One of the first things, I think it was, let me check my phone right up here, I did send you that email. $257,000 or $262,900, but I guess was what you, was the new assessment.
Okay.
I mean, tomorrow I could start the process with Fecto Homes and I could buy a new home for $107,000 to $150,000. They could come down, they would give me a price for it, they would wheel it away, and they could bring me a new one. And so for that, I mean, it's just right there, the value there is not the same as what's assessed. If I had a fire in my house, my insurance company is only gonna give me $100,000 for it. So that to me doesn't really make much sense for it to be valued so high on that price. And my other problem is that my next door neighbors, they have literally the exact same model home as me. They have more property than I have. And yet my property value was assessed higher than theirs. And it's literally the exact same home as mine.
Can you tell them who that neighbor is, which property that is?
I did put the parcel ID number in there.
Miguel?
It's Miguel
Gonzalez, yeah.
Gonzalez, the Gonzaleses.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm 33.
So, you know, to me, I was just like, well, they have the exact same property, house. They have slightly more land than I do. But yet the assessment value is completely like different than mine. So I guess really those are my biggest issues is that, like I said, I can go and trade in my house, so to speak. I know it sounds kind of funny to think that like trading in a car, but in a sense, you know, it can be hooked up and moved away. I don't have a basement, I don't have a second floor, I don't have a garage, I don't have a carport. My two sheds that are on my property aren't cemented in the ground. They can literally just be picked up and moved away. And the only thing that would be left there is a concrete slab, a well, and septic system. So I don't know, that's all. I just feel like the assessment was super high. I did look on Zillow. I mean, I couldn't find anything per se in Calais that was for sale, but Zillow recommended that I could sell my house for about $170,000 to $190,000, which I think is fair, like market value price. But $260-something thousand, I think is a little high. That's just my.
So the biggest thing is the price per square foot on the home. Basically, what the overall cost on the dwelling itself, you're saying, you know, the site, water, septic, slab, that stays, that's kind of a given.
Right.
Okay. Right.
So, I mean, that's really about it. I mean, that was all, I just saw that and I was like, wow. I was like, I mean, I was expecting it to increase, obviously. I was not, not expecting it to go up like everything else, but I was like super shocked when I was like, wow, that's almost, running to $300,000 potentially close, within the ballpark. But wow, that's a lot for a mobile home.
Yeah.
So that was it, and then I said, then I looked at my neighbors, because it was in that pamphlet that was handed in my mailbox, and I was like, man, theirs is less. But it's the exact same model, literally, it's the exact same floor plan, everything. Yeah,
Okay,
so that's all I got, that's all I have, so that's all I get.
No, that's good. That's what you're supposed to do.
Okay, that's how I was just kind of, I didn't know, and then the other thing was, I just didn't know, I think I might have emailed. I emailed somebody a while back, because when the person came out and looked at the property, I wasn't home. And I wasn't sure if they were like, I was like, I have a ring camera, and I wasn't sure if they were counting all there's like a little line of spruce trees. I don't know if that was taken into consideration.
We counted everyone.
So those don't belong to.
Branches.
I don't know. I just saw the person on my camera, and I saw them standing there, and they were like going like this. And I don't know if they were counting them for my property, but those are my neighbor's trees. They're not mine.
No.
I don't know, Okay, I don't know. I just saw somebody, it looked like they were just going like this, and I was just like, they count those, those aren't mine. I'm like, those are my neighbors in the 2-story house, so. But, yeah, so that's all I got, so.
No, that was good. I'm gonna look through them, and I know right where you're talking about too. Those two things are the same side by side. Yeah.
And I do know, like, I will say this, like, I do know my neighbors, they're not super tidy. They don't pick up a lot of their stuff outside their house. They don't mow their lawn, so I'm like, "Oof." And I get that. I hear a lot of people who drive by my house and know me, they're like, man, the neighbors. I'm like, I hope that's not like a almost $20,000 difference, but I mean, maybe it is.
No.
I didn't think it would be. I'm like,
No, we built a model with the sales from the last 3 years. So this thing's running off base cost per foot. The age, size, quality of construction and condition, those 4 factors are driving cost per foot. There was a 3.0 and a 3.25 grade, yours has gotta go to 3. That's basically what it is. They both just need to be 3. His neighbors are 3, she's kind of 3, yeah. Quick push of a button.
that's all
Yeah, you'll get another notice in the mail.
That's all I said. I just wanted to touch bases on this, because like I said, I was like, wow, that's a really big whatever. And I was like, all right, I just, because I don't know the whole process, and I don't know the ins and outs of everything, so.
And that's why we do it, because
Right,
there's so many pieces of data, it's easy for a mistake to get made, you don't want it to happen, but it can happen. That's why we like to hear from people.
Well, that's all I.
It's perfect.
All right, and you got that email that I wrote up that of everything, that was what I got, so I gave you that.
Yeah, no, we're good.
All right, well, that's it then.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right, well, thank you.
Yeah, we'll hear from them in a week or 2.
Okay, great, thanks.
Thank you. Yeah, but, could have been graded.
Yes, and this is Ann Tulin.
This is,
And this is Marla working on the Calais reappraisal.
oh, hello, I'm so sorry, I forgot I was gonna cancel it, I was able to talk to that gentleman before.
Okay, so you wanted to cancel your appointment?
Yes, I'm so sorry, I've been off the last couple of days and totally forgot to call you guys.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was able to talk to him, my main concern is, the inside is not in great shape, and he was able to adjust for that.
Okay, all right, then I'll cancel your appointment. Thank you.
Thank you, so sorry,
You're welcome, bye.
bye.
Very good.
You are aware.
Where do you want me?
Have a seat.
Here?
I'm just here for recording. You're mostly talking to these guys.
Yeah. I am.
Reading.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So. Okay, so. How do we start?
Oh, tell us what you see.
You-
We read the letter, I read your.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks like we just gotta. fix some percentage
Change a couple of things, yeah.
Simple stuff.
Basically, I saw on the appraisal that it was documented as a 2.5 story home. And it is
1.5 story, right?
1.5 story.
And, they got it at 80% complete, and you're thinking more like
70.
60 to 70?
Yeah, 60 to 70, I would say. Yeah,
What's-
70 is a fair number where we can meet in the middle for me, I think.
Okay,
Really fair.
so the inside is, you got a working bathroom at least, right?
Yep,
Okay, good.
there's a bathroom.
It's a weatherproof shell, right?
Correct,
Okay, so that, 60, 70, something like
correct. There's, and the basement will remain unfinished.
Yeah.
That will not be finished. It's,
that. Yeah, we got it as unfinished now.
okay, and. Um. And then the balcony is not a finished space.
Right, this thing.
Yeah, that's basically, there's just some plywood stuck on there so that I could do the soffit work underneath.
Yeah.
Probably will not get around to completing that this year, maybe next year. And then just unfinished things, siding and, electrical and plumbing stuff. Still gotta get completed.
So, is there a functioning kitchen?
It's a temporary kitchen. It is in the basement,
Okay,
so
so nothing up
it
here.
will get moved upstairs once I get all the plumbing and stuff done up there.
Got it. I guess that's what I was getting at.
Yep, yeah, it's a temporary, all old stuff.
3.26 acres, no issues with your water and septic, right? That's all. good.
No, it's,
Started in 2016. The house, that's when you started.
yeah, I think I put the foundation in 12, I think, or 13.
When did you start going up?
And then I started, yeah, 16 is. Yeah, 16 is when I started the log construction.
Okay. So, yeah, it really looks like, just gotta adjust for the percent complete.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much that, and just the extra story that was.
It's in as a story and a half.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure where the 2.5 thing came from.
It was on the.
Oh, that form that you looked up online?
Yeah, that's where I found that, so
Okay.
that wasn't actually correct, okay.
Yeah, well, I'll double check it, but here, I got it, I made sure when I read that, I looked, yeah.
Alright, good.
Your biggest thing is it's just not done. We got it in for more than. I
Yeah,
thought it was done, that's all.
yeah, this was just the thing I found, property database. Design, it says 2.5 story. And then,
Yeah, no,
okay, so,
it's in here, it's good. I'll make sure it's good. It's here, it's good in here, not sure
Okay.
if it's on there.
and then I know it's probably not gonna change a whole lot, but.
Well, the percent complete it'll change a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just wanna make sure that the information is actually correct and.
Yeah,
Great.
yeah, so what happens is, just gotta look through this and figure out what needs to be fixed, and then, you'll get a notice like a week, 2 weeks, something like that.
Mhm.
It's easy.
And that'll just adjust the.
Yeah, I'm gonna adjust the value.
The value of the property.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I thought 390 was a little excessive. I mean, if I was selling it, I think it was great, I thought. Alright,
Yeah, let us do what we gotta do.
alright, is there
We'll
anything
just go
else
from
you
there.
guys need?
No, if you have any questions when you get the notice, there'll be an
Yeah.
explanation on there, how to get back,
Okay,
be good.
and alright, and you have all the paperwork for me that you need?
Yeah,
Did the
good.
email with the.
Yeah. with what you sent tomorrow.
Okay.
That's really all they need, just a letter of intent that's dated and signed.
Okay.
Electronic is fine. You're good.
All right, yeah, I sent a couple different ones because I wasn't sure what exactly I was supposed to do, and then I found the form. So,
No, we're good.
all right, great. Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Please, consideration.
Yeah.
Guys have a good rest of your day.
Yeah, you too. Thank you.
Thank you.
I don't think.
Thank you for calling Main Street Law. You may dial your party's extension at any time. Bernie Lambert, extension 4003. Steve Cusick, 4007.
Hi, Steve.
Hi, Steve. This is Marla calling about the Calais reappraisal.
Hi, Molly.
How are you?
Very good, thank you.
Good.
I'm gonna put you on speakerphone. Let's see if this works here.
Yeah?
Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can.
Okay, great.
And you were gonna call Melissa as well?
Okay, yes, I'm gonna, you on pause here on hold and then I'll ask, Melinda, okay?
Okay.
You're being recorded, Toby.
Okay. You got a song for us, now's your shot.
Hi, Mark.
Yes.
Hi, Melinda.
Yep, I'm here.
Okay,
Okay.
so we're here.
Okay, good. So I'm here in Calais. I have your 3 Calais listers here, and I also have a Limerick assessor. And I'm going to have you speak with them on your grievance appeal. The meeting is also being recorded, so I just wanted to let you know that.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, thank you, first of all, for, having the time out to speak to us. We think that, that the, values of the Taylor Callis on his property is incorrect because far higher than the comparable values, provided in the sales of town provided. If you look at it, you'll see that, that the base value of $989,000. So $300, $989,300. The closest comparable on that is parcel number 332 at $920,000. If you look at the properties and compare them to that, there's really no comparison there. The parcel with the $9,000 parcel it's a historic property, it's a showcase property. It has 2 kitchens, it has 4 bedrooms. It only matches, there are 3 criteria that it matches within this house. I think that it's almost like comparing apples to oranges here because it's just, it really doesn't, it doesn't match up here. First of all, that house was built in 1800. It's a historic house. It has 2 kitchens. Kitchens are typically the most expensive portions of the house. And it has 4 bedrooms and it has 3 bedrooms. So that means we don't see that those matches technologies there. However, other property in Dallas, I think are hard. closeness. And as you consider the decision, I'd ask you to look closely at the offers on the property. On it, you'll see that there's homes located in closer at Valley Springs and other attributes to Belinda's sharing four of the five criteria are the critical criteria determining valuation. And based on that analysis, we see based on that analysis, statistic value of $610,000 for Belinda's property. If I may, would it be okay if Belinda wants to say anything in addition to what I've offered here?
Anybody have any questions?
What was the comp?
I have all the comps right here.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I mean, you've have everything laid out for us in writing, so I'm pretty good. Anybody else? Do you have any questions for us?
What is the next step in the process?
The next step, you're gonna get a note, letter from the town, results of grievance. And it's gonna give you, what comes of this. And there is an explanation as to go on to the next step if you feel you need to.
Okay, what process for that? Is this just be after the hearings?
Yeah, so what's gonna happen is they have a week to, discuss all of this and decide what they're gonna do for changes and get their letters out. It'll go out with a certificate of mailing. They have to mail them all at the same time. So you'll get something in a week and a half. If the value is good, then you're all set. And if not, it explains the next step, which is the Board of Civil Authority.
Okay, would it be okay for her if she has any comments to share those with the listeners?
Sure, yeah, now's a chance. She got something to say.
No, I mean, I feel like Steve, described it pretty well. There's an attachment on our agreement that kind of sets up certain criteria, which we thought were the main thing. And which was kind of alignment with those. And so I think that's maybe helpful. Is there any other, I've gotten, I think from Marla, the Calais book of sales, which is the comparables that I think you guys use. Is that the only source that you guys use to find comparables?
Yeah, we're required by the state to use the sales that are in the equalization study. They're all vetted by the state. 3 years in the town of Calais. That's required.
Okay, okay, all right, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Steve, I'm good.
I think, I'm good as well. I just would ask the listeners closely this. The numbers tell the story quite clearly that the valuation shouldn't be as high as it is. It seems to be quite out of whack in this case.
All right, I guess we're good then.
All right.
All right, well, thank you.
Everybody.
Thank
All
you.
right, have a good Monday.
Yep, enjoy your day. Thanks.
Great.
Morning.
Morning.
So we'll let you get started with what you brought.
Sure.
Chance.
So, the first thing is that there are just a number of data errors that need to be corrected for mine. And I've attached this document. I made a little table that has each error, what the correct information is, and then I've attached evidence for each one. So, for example, the sale price is listed as $6,250,000.
Yeah.
And it was 600.
Yeah.
There's an extra zero
Yeah.
added. The square footage is also incorrect.
Where did you get your correction?
From
How did you come up with that?
from our, the evidence that I brought was from the Zillow thing,
But
where,
did they measure it? Do you have a sketch for me?
so this is the first time I've done this.
That's okay, no.
They,
no, good.
they came, they didn't come up to our property, they, cause there was a private property sign.
Right,
They
no
called, I
trespassing.
spoke with
Yeah.
them on the phone.
Yeah.
I answered a bunch of questions. She said, I have all the information I need. Do you want me to come? I had a 3-week-old baby at the time. And I said, if you don't need to come, then I'll have you not come. So she thought that was gonna be fine, but they didn't actually come and measure the house, and I
No
didn't
trespassing.
realize that would result in that issue, but, I can tell you how I think the error happened. It says the first and second floor is 2,536 square feet.
Okay.
It's actually 2,096 square feet, but if you add the porch, the back porch and the front porch, then that's that number. Yet they have those listed differently.
Yeah.
So, and I
Let me show you what we have. So these are calculated differently. 2536 would be this space divided by 2. So if I go properties and I just call that first floor. So we're at 2536, right? And if I just call that first floor, I mean, if you divide that by 2, you're gonna come up with the same thing, 1268.
well,
So that this is 1268.
right, the thing is that, there's actually only a half floor, so it's just this part has a second floor and this part doesn't.
Okay,
But when I did the math, I thought, oh, I think the error is that they added in the porch, because if you add the 2 porches, then that's.
no,
No,
they
but,
would have been calculated.
okay, well, maybe
separately.
it's about the,
It's just a coincidence, yeah, it's just that this number divided by 2 is this base.
oh, okay, yeah, so there's a half,
So it's really just a half.
yeah,
Let me fix this.
and
So right here is only 1 story, there's nothing.
that's
on the
actually the
second?
incorrect picture of the house, that was the next thing I was gonna
Okay,
get to,
good,
that's our,
yeah.
that's our neighbor's house.
Okay, well, that don't help, does it? Yeah, it said that we didn't get to go,
And I was happy for them to come, but she just told me that they didn't need
so
anything,
this, I was gonna say, this is not,
that's also.
we
not
went
our
there,
house.
that's.
This is our house,
Okay.
and I have the picture.
I got you.
So,
So let me just see what else is around, hold on.
that garage
That's
is
your,
not.
that's your neighbors,
That's our neighbor.
that's your neighbors, I got that. Cause I was gonna say, I took that picture. I took that picture and I took those pictures, that's not your place.
No.
This is your place,
Right,
so you're saying there's nothing above that?
yeah, this is like the main house, this is the first and second, and then
Gotcha.
that's the living room
Okay,
there.
Gotcha, so that's where the problem with that is.
Okay,
And the rest of it is, still looks like that though, right, the shape, the base.
the shape is correct, the square footage of the porch is correct, even the numbers for the sides of the walls are correct.
Everything's good,
Yeah.
it's just that we're
The-
counting this as second floor, and
Yeah.
it shouldn't be.
So the main floor should be 2,096 square feet, and that's what it also says in the Zillow listing, which I attached.
So the main floor,
Or I mean, sorry,
yeah,
the first.
the
and
main
second.
floor would be 1268. So what we need to do is. So the second floor is gonna be 23 by 36. Right, just this, right here.
Yes. And that, can you check if that adds up to?
Yeah. So 828 and. 2,096.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah.
You got that?
Yeah.
Nice, the square foot, you got that one, that's easy.
Okay. So yeah, so the price, the square footage, the footprint we just talked about. The photograph is
I
our,
don't think the number right now, getting rid of that, yeah, I remember that White House with the old barn. Photo. Not one is yours. That is on your property as well, I take it?
yes, yeah,
And that little shed,
yes.
and that's not yours. So I don't know if that's a glitch. Glitch, because that stuff is not on the record. That big barn, that big red barn is not. I'm wondering if just something happened with the photo link, because the data is not there for it.
Yeah, I had some questions about outbuildings.
Sure.
Do you want to talk
Sure,
about
yeah,
that, or
yeah.
maybe should I just finish the more concrete data stuff?
Sure.
The other one is, it says, there are 3 full baths, and there's actually 2 full baths, 1 half bath. And then the Zillow listing calls it a quarter bath. In the basement, there's a toilet with no walls around it. But I think that's called a quarter bath.
No, it'll be a rough.
0.1, whereas 0.0 back.
Yeah, the toilet doesn't actually work either, but there is plumbing in the basement, so I don't know how you count that, but.
Rough it. So you have, 2 full baths, and they have 3 fixtures apiece? A
They have-
toilet, sink, shower or tub,
Yes.
either one, and then the half bath is just a toilet and a sink.
That's right.
Awesome. So 2.5 and then an extra rough in.
Okay, yeah, I didn't know what the word rough-in meant. Oh, it says there's a rough-in here.
That would be,
Pipes that are not being used, but they're there.
right.
Okay.
And the other rough end would be the washing machine hookup.
Oh,
That's the,
There is
that's
a-
the standard that everybody gets, yeah, so in your case, you would have 2.5 baths and 2 rough ends.
one rough-in would be, I guess, the washing machine.
One is the washing machine, the other one's gonna be the toilet.
Right,
Yeah, I won't count it as a fixture, because it's just sitting there.
yeah. Okay, so those are the concrete things.
Sure.
Then the, like, bigger picture things, yeah, the outbuildings I was wondering about. So we have this
This one,
tiny cabin.
yep,
It's,
400 feet,
I actually, I'm not sure if the square feet.
okay, it's in a 400 feet,
It's pretty small, doesn't have any electricity, it's uninsulated, doesn't have any water to it. It's not in very good shape.
okay,
Um,
and so it's not finished inside, it's not a bunkhouse or anything like that.
it has like a half loft in the ceiling there,
Mhm.
but it's not insulated,
Okay,
and it doesn't have any water or electricity. And it's not in great shape. Then there's the woodshed, which you saw. And,
is it just a storage shed, or is it something, because I see a wood stove, that's why I'm asking.
oh, there is a wood stove.
Okay, so it was probably a camp at one time for somebody.
I think, my understanding is the person that built the house, he lived in that cabin while he was building.
Got it.
Yeah,
And now it's just not in very good shape.
yeah. I mean, you can see there's like,
Oh, yeah, you can see it
there's like rot
Yep.
up along the bottom.
Yep.
There's a hole in the porch at this point. This picture is taken, but it's roughly about there, a little bit less good shape now.
Okay.
And then there's the woodshed,
This thing.
which is a nice woodshed.
Yep.
And
So
there's,
there should be 3 outlets. One, which is that, and then the interior of that one, and then the porch for that one. And
oh, is the porch
shed.
considered an
Yeah,
outbuilding?
it's just where you list it. It's just everything gets itemized in the software, and that's just the category it puts it in.
So you have 2
So-
porches?
So the whole, let me show you. It's easier if I show you. So the woodshed is $1,300 contributory value.
Okay,
Okay, and then the other one is, 16.2. On the other one, the other one total, yeah,
You're
it's gonna be
saying
these 3 total. the other one.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
curious what the cabin was valued at, because I guess what seemed inconsistent to me is our neighbors who have that barn, the picture you're just looking at, that's a brand new barn, they built it this summer. It's very large, it has an apartment upstairs and a garage, and that was valued at 40,000. So 17,500 for the woodshed and the cabin felt a little bit high to
Oh.
us.
Yeah, yeah, if the cabin's not in good shape, it needs to get appreciated, for sure.
Okay.
And
I'd be happy for somebody to come look at it if that would be helpful.
yeah, let me. Okay, we'll finish with that.
Okay, yeah, so that was the outbuildings. And then, the other thing, I don't know if this could be changed or not, but I guess I just wanted to point out that we have a 900-foot, very steep, very narrow dirt driveway that I think is like the biggest challenge of the property, like the propane company can't come up it in the winter. So sometimes we run out of propane and they can't come fill it. Nobody will plow it, so we have to plow it. We also have to ditch it when it rains, so it doesn't wash out. It's like pretty big deal. And I took some pictures of it both in the winter. This is what it looks like in the winter, and this is what it's like in the summer. And I just was wondering if that was like taken into account when thinking.
It would have
about
been,
that.
yeah, well, what we could see from not going past the sign, we would have taken into account, yeah.
Right.
Right.
At this point, when I spoke with Marla and I answered her questions, I really was under the impression that somebody coming wasn't gonna give them new information and the things that they take into account, but now I'm starting to think that perhaps somebody coming would be helpful, because you would come see the driveway, you'd come see the cabin. And,
Right.
I don't know if that's still an option.
Well, it could be, it's up to that'll be up to the listers to decide.
Okay,
Nothing happens today,
Right.
a little week to figure out what they're gonna do.
yeah, just looking at it from the bottom, you would not see, because there's a curve in it. You wouldn't be able to see how steep it is in the steepest section. There's also a drop off on one side, which is why nobody will plow it.
What road are you on?
We're on Tucker Road.
Okay,
Do you know that property?
sure.
Yeah,
Okay, okay. We call Al Ames. We call him
Al,
Al Ames, he lives right over the line in Woodbury.
okay,
He plows my road, I'm half mile in, and it sounds like it's pretty much the same challenge.
oh, I'll write his name down, because we would love to.
Okay.
Right now, we've been doing it with an ATV, it's been quite the process.
I think I have the phone number here, the email phone number, I could, send you his phone number.
That would be wonderful, thank you.
And the last sale, that sale that I'm gonna fix was from 2023, right? 625,000.
Yes,
And that was a good sale, right? It was on the market. You guys bought it to a realtor.
yes, yeah.
Okay, so keep going.
Okay, and then, yeah, so I just wanted the driveway to be considered, and then, and the outbuildings. Oh, and then the other thing, and there might be an explanation for this, but I just was like trying to understand it, as I was just looking at our neighbor's house that you have the picture of. Has that brand,
What neighbor?
the Fannons,
Okay.
has that brand new barn, and it's a really nice renovated farmhouse. And they have 87 acres with lots of road frontage, and it's a mix of pasture and forest.
Yeah.
And we have, and their acreage, they were only listed as 70,000 more in value to our house, which seems like it should be much more, considering they have 87 acres. So then I looked, and we have 17 acres, and I looked at how our land was valued and how their land was valued. And theirs is valued at 3,082 an acre, and ours is valued at 10,929 an acre, and this is all in writing here. But I mean, ours is like a steep hill with like mostly woods and like not a lot of pasture, and they have like a ton of road footage and pasture and woods, and theirs was valued so much less. And then I found two other examples of two other properties that I wrote down where the acreage was just valued so much less than ours. And I'm
Lot
just
bigger
wondering,
parcels for
and
them.
I'm just, yeah, and I'm just wondering why.
Well, the cost per acre goes down the more you buy, it's like buying in bulk, anything else, the more you see those trees.
Okay.
But to answer the direct question, but each one, I'd have to look through there and see why they were where they were.
Yeah,
That's how it works, the economy is good.
yeah, because I was just wondering how that. Yeah, I think that the biggest discrepancy to us is that the neighbors that have the brand new barn, the very nice farmhouse and the 87 acres were only 70,000 more than us. Seemed like
Yeah.
inconsistent to me.
Anything else you get?
No, that's everything. So I just have a chart here that has all of that written, and then I've just attached, like the Zillow information, which has some of those statistics, and then some pictures of the driveway and a redraw of the floor plan,
Cool.
the way that
Yeah, I'll fix all that.
makes sense.
So what'll happen is, we'll make these corrections. If the listeners, feel they need to go out, they'll get, if they do, maybe make an appointment to stop in quick. We'll see what we come up with. You'll get a notice in the mail.
Okay, so the notice in the mail will tell us,
It'll have a value change and just a quick explanation as to what was changed. If you're not happy with that adjustment, it'll explain how you want to the next step.
okay, and when do we find out, what the taxes will be with this new amount? Will that be in July?
Or later.
August.
August usually.
Yeah.
Okay,
You never know. It's supposed to be July.
okay. Okay.
You're gonna leave that?
Yeah.
Awesome, thank you.
Great, thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate it. You did a good job, thank you.
Yeah,
Well, it helps when
that's $6
someone
million,
comes
just sort of jumped right out of it.
Well, they came in with data.
When I came on Philly, I had a house with an 8-foot dormer on it, and it turned out to be 800 feet when the appraisal came out, so.
Yeah.
There are mistakes.
Good to check.
Yeah, no, we'll take care of this.
Okay.
Awesome, thank you.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
I'd love that to file recommendation. Yeah. Okay.
So is that a Mac or is that a PC? Your computer or laptop?
It's a PC.
You should be able to broadcast right to
Yeah.
that TV.
You just hit Windows K.
I can't mess with it because they've been bouncing in and we got one more.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, the next.
Come on up.
As soon as I get a break, I will.
Chairs over here.
No, it's not Lockerbie, it's Dennis Upland. If you look at the newer schedule, I checked in with Marla.
Morning.
No, they were still looking at the old schedule too.
We're getting there, right? It's a greeting.
I don't think we're watching them, so.
Sorry.
All right, so we're good.
Just so
right?
you all know, this is being recorded. The state requests that we record all these hearings, so this will be posted in public, okay?
All right, we'll let you guys get started. I'm sure you had some stuff on your mind.
What do you want me to do?
Well, this is your chance to,
This is the grievances.
tell us anything you wanna let us know that you haven't written down and anything you wanna bring to our attention?
Well, the house needs the percentage of the tax increase. And, house needs work.
Okay, so the condition of the house is a concern?
It's, the condition of the house is pretty good, but, there's just, I need to replace windows, doors, ramps.
Okay,
Siding, the deck has to
I've
be
been there
moved.
45 years.
got it.
The ramps have to be restructured and they've moved, you know, because it's a wet site. It's a wet hill and so that's always
No, they got my shed in
a
there,
problem.
my chicken coop.
Right there, there you go.
That's the good part.
This part?
Mine's that part.
Got
Yeah,
it.
I built the little.
Okay. So it's dated, is what we're getting at, right? The house is getting to that point where it needs some love, like you said, windows, how's the roof?
Roof is brand new,
Okay, good. How's your heating system?
good. I have a oil furnace and a wood defiant wood stove.
And it works okay, the
Yes.
heating's okay.
Yes.
How is it structurally? The basement's holding up solid?
Basement's good. There's one wet spot in it,
Okay,
but it drains right over to the sump pump.
okay. That was
We
my next
put a
question.
sump pump in.
Yeah, actually, when it rained, just a couple of days ago, there was water in the basement.
Okay,
Dennis.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
and, the electric and plumbing, it's all pretty
all
good?
brand new.
Okay, good.
I mean, brand new since I've been there. That was a camp. And my wife and I rented it for 4 years. And, after we bought it, we started replacing things, into electrical,
Okay.
new plumbing, new furnace.
But that was years ago.
That was years ago.
Yeah,
Yes.
there we go. Yeah, and usually only good for a few decades out of that stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, don't say that.
Well, the way they build them now, you'd be lucky, right?
I know.
I mean, if you bought
throw
a
away.
machine from the sixties, you were good to go. You buy one now, you're in trouble.
Right, cause you just have to replace it.
I know, I just rebuilt mine. I'm not replacing it.
Yeah.
You rebuilt what?
My washer, all the
Oh,
bearings went. I wasn't going and paying all that money for some cheap junk that was gonna break in a few years. Mine old, it's good.
What kind you got?
do you do that? Do you rebuild them?
No, I just have a hard time throwing things away that I can fix. It's a speed plane, so it's a good one, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Should we read off this?
no, you don't have to
list?
read it now. If it's there, I'm good, unless you want to. I mean, this is your 15 minutes to fame here. Whatever you wanna do. We just wanna make sure we get everything we need from you. If we gotta adjust anything, we won't wanna miss anything.
Yeah, I think this is it. This is
Okay.
everything here.
You want me to read it off so that we have it on record?
Yeah, there you go. That makes sense, right? Get it on.
All right. Reasons for grievance for Dennis Upham, 640 Bliss Pond Road. Okay. 1, the deck needs rebuilding as it is pulling away from the house. 2, front ramp needs repositioning of supports. 3, foundation needs extensive new solid insulation and cement covering. That stuff has come off the top of that solid insulation that was put against the wall. It needs to be redone, and there are now new ways to do that. I'm doing a little research on that. 4, large portions of siding need replacement and repainting. 5, one room inside the house needs a new ceiling and repainting due to the roof leaking before the roof was replaced with a metal roof 2 years ago. At this point, I think. Yeah. 6, kitchen requires an area of new ceiling due to current leak, which we had, as we were melting down from this winter.
Mhm.
It was leaking into the kitchen.
The ice was like this.
Kitchen requires an area of new ceiling due to current leak, although new metal roof has been built as of 2 years ago. Number 7, side deck and ramp requires partial rebuild and restructuring, lowering the deck. The sonotubes have raised up because of the moisture coming down that hillside. The back door ramp requires rebuilding. And so then we have number 9, the conclusion above deferred maintenance issues, lower current appraised value.
Sure.
So Dennis has said
And there
the
was
occurs that what the estimated value should be as 200,000 rather than 376,600.
And it was, the prior, do we have that right? 195, 100, yeah. Make sure we're, that our numbers right. Okay, I'm good. Anybody question? Anybody?
I had one
Yeah.
more thing I thought of, and of course I forgot it. So it's moot.
If you get halfway to the car, say it out loud so he hears it and come back in.
I'll run.
I was gonna
I'll
say,
run it.
cause I'll remember it. I'm like that. I'll get halfway home.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Or we can send you a note later or
Yeah,
something.
exactly.
I'm just trying to think, well.
That's all right. The harder you try, the worse it's gonna get, you know it.
Oh,
Forget
I
about it.
know
You'll be
that.
home playing with the dog or something, it'll be.
Yeah.
He just has to remember the phone number, who he has to call to tell.
Write it fast, right? Get a pen and scribble it on something fast before it goes.
So, yeah, so this is the phone number 227-6383.
Yes, yep, you
Okay.
can call here, or the number or the email, whatever way you want to do it, if you
All
remember.
right.
Yeah, we're,
I usually use the phone because I don't know, I use all that heavy stuff,
I prefer it too.
including my TV. Don't even know how to work that thing. That's okay.
Yeah, I tried to stay away from all that stuff myself. I think we're good. I think we got what we need.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
And I
You're gonna
heard
leave
you
that with me,
say-
right?
If I'm supposed to,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. I can get Marlo to copy it. You wanna take a copy with you?
That'd be good.
Yeah. You can do that, right, Marlo?
Okay.
You're at 640 Bliss Pond Road.
Yeah.
The Vermont parcel viewer shows it's owned by Anthony Bellinger.
No, Anthony,
That was. Well,
yeah, that was,
Okay.
Anthony is,
You should have fixed that. I remember that coming through. The parcel viewer must still be outdated.
you got worked on,
Yeah,
but I can't remember now what the end result was.
I think we got it fixed. I think we got your name back.
Yeah.
Copy of the original.
I'll
There
take
was
this.
confusion where it ended up, the tax bill ended up being
Thank you.
Yes.
so many.
Okay.
What's your name?
But it should have been
James.
Dennis.
Deshaun.
Yeah.
Dennis is not.
Capital
owner.
SHONE, Deshaun.
Joan.
He just made a will.
Right.
Which
Yeah,
Tony.
good stuff, yeah.
For
Glad to get that.
the Dennis, estate.
Okay.
I'm good. This is easy.
The world.
Yeah, no, everybody's good here today. They all bring information.
That's what's
great.
It's the only way you can make a
Yeah.
decision on anything is
Yeah.
facts.
Oh,
Yeah,
Bring the
easy.
facts.
Yeah, you did your
And
homework.
we'll consider them.
facts of the matter, yeah.
Well,
Thank you, gentlemen.
when I saw that the taxes were going up like that, I just was like, oh my.
Well, the interesting thing is the appraisals have almost doubled and almost all the way across town, but the tax rate that the select board will set because of that is gonna be half of what it was last year. Or in that, so your taxes may not raise at all. Or $100 or a couple $100 until they set the tax rate in August. And the big part of that is the school tax, no one has determined yet.
Yes,
So
yes,
the increase in the school tax is what's gonna be
yeah,
the thing that increases your tax.
all over the state, yes.
Well, as well, but
Yeah.
And that's because of the controversy with towns not wanting to give up their schools and consolidate further.
so unfortunately, we can't predict exactly what your tax bill is gonna be with a new appraisal. But for the most part, it's not gonna be double or triple what you're paying for. It's gonna be the hundreds of more for and that's mostly due to increases in school tax. And the town budget increasing 3% or whatever it is. So unfortunately, people don't understand that. They think it's, oh my God, it's doubled, my taxes are gonna double, I can't live here
Yeah.
anymore. And that's the misunderstanding that. people
Yes.
have.
Well, that's a relief.
Yeah, so you'll be surprised.
Also, I just checked, and in the most up-to-date system, it has Dennis up on life estate deed as the owner of this property, so we do have it all set.
Yeah,
You're all-
and the reason Anthony's on there is because I'm giving the house to him when I die.
Yep.
I'm
We just-
gonna live there till I die, I hope.
We're just still working out how to record these life estate deeds where that happens, so we know if someone passes that it's already set, but we don't change the name. That's been a
Yeah.
thing we four have been working
Well, the
on.
funny thing is our tax bill came to Anthony. Which was funny. I was like, you got
Let them pay.
bills.
Let them pay, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And the legislature is now, before the end of the session, they're considering whether $100 million or $110 million that they have as a, what do we call it?
Rainy day fund,
Yeah,
right?
more or less, but there's another formal word for it, whether that could be applied to help people to pay their taxes, correct? And that still needs to be
Right.
decided.
So until August comes and that horrible bill shows up from the town saying, please pay me this, nobody knows.
Yeah,
And it could be good news and it could be better news, or it could be, who knows?
Speed up the aging process.
just another possibility for panic, as we appreciate on an almost daily basis these days.
Forward to a certain amount of dread.
Well,
Yeah.
right.
Which the session, legislative session, been extended, should have ended last Friday. So it's extended through, they may run through the next 2 weeks. There's a lot of stuff,
Yeah.
the end of the biennium, there's a lot of stuff they haven't.
Yeah,
done.
end of the biennium,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah,
Can I put a smile?
yeah.
So we're all set?
Yeah, we're all set. Thank you for coming in.
Thanks.
Nice to,
Like about.
nice to hear your story.
Our governor might like to slip in a little bill about creating small nuclear power stations all over the state in order to power AI data centers, which would be used for surveillance technology by Palantir, which happens to be working for Israel, was developed in Israel, and is being used by the US government for surveillance purposes and also for targeting of bombings in our wonderful wars. Yeah, excuse me, I'm very upset about that.
Sounds like it.
I'm very upset about that. We all should be very upset about that.
The thing about
Yes, you
data
too.
centers is the amount of water that they use.
Cool.
Between climate change and the war and the billionaire economy that we are all under.
Thank you very much.
Oh,
Yeah,
good to
thank
see
you.
You too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Not to mention the FEMA issues. That's a whole other subject.
Well, at least we've got in charge of healthcare and the federal law.
Oh, right, isn't that wonderful? Isn't that wonderful? Yes, it tells us, we don't need these folks.
Vaccine.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Pardon?
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
As a videographer, I cover,
Okay, so the first one.
Hi, this is Deb.
Hi Deb, this is Marla working on the Calais reappraisal. I'm calling you for your grievance hearing.
Thank you. I'm gonna add in my sister Elizabeth to the call.
Okay.
Hold on just a second. Because we're both co-owners, so
Yeah,
we'll discuss the NP 37 first and then
okay.
the NP.
So I don't need to make a separate phone call to your sister afterwards. You're going to address both of the
No,
parcels
just
right
address-
now?
We'll do one at a time.
Okay.
Pattern.
Okay, so just so you know, you're being recorded and that I'm here with your town listers. And I'm also here with James, he represents Nimerick, who did the reappraisal.
Okay, Marla, I have Elizabeth on the other line, and so I'll start by, we did send you
Yep,
the,
yep, so I don't
You have?
know if you heard me, Deb, but I'm here with your town listers.
okay,
And you're gonna have the meeting with them and also, James from Nimerick, who
okay,
was working on the reappraisal, so I'll let you speak with them, okay?
okay,
All right, thank you.
thanks, Marla.
All right, we'll let you guys get started. We know we're pressed for time and you probably have quite a bit you want to go over, so we'll let you go.
Okay, so I'm gonna start with NP 37. We want to have an adjustment made to the site improvements, for NP 37 to, $1,000. You have all of our documentation, but I'm just gonna review our points for NP 37.
Sure.
So an adjustment was made to NP 60, but not made on NP 37. So when you're ready, I'm gonna.
Yeah, no, go ahead. You just keep moving.
Okay, so we need the site value on both to be reduced and the reduction on NP 37. The request for the reduction to the site value is clear, as we explained in our grievance. So as noted on NP 37, the lot is very small and too tiny for a septic. It has no electricity, no insulation, no portable water, and no half bath. It's also fully shaded. NP 37 has a grandfathered holding tank, $1,000 holding tank for wastewater from the kitchen sink and the toilet. And at best, it allows 1,000 without any use of the kitchen sink, lake water to wash dishes or your hands.
Right.
NP 23 property, which is next door, has more sun, is flat, is superior in terms of land and access and land. So the site value of NP 33 is significantly better than NP 37, even if that NP 3 has a holding tank instead of a septic. The values are not comparable. So, and then we've outlined specifics in our grievance report. So I'll let Elizabeth continue with NP 60.
Okay.
Okay. So, in terms of site reduction, for NP 60, which, it's important to note that the land is steep, shaded, and has trees we cannot legally clear when compared to our neighbor next door, NP 23, which is flatter, for the site, their site is open, so no trees, sunny, and has easy access for upgrades. Access to NP 60 is extraordinarily challenging and require having to get heavy equipment up an incredibly high grade slope, which is likely impossible without violating shoreline rules. Okay, and the land itself is far inferior to the neighbors, really on either side of us and that side of the lake. I mean, and this hasn't been recognized and accounted for. It's not mentioned some of the conditions of this very rustic camp, which doesn't have, a full bath. I think it's still listed as that, and has a composting toilet in a closet, and it has an outdoor, very rudimentary outdoor shower that we have to be very careful because it's gray water. It goes into the ground. It was designed to accept very little water. So showering isn't even a thing that can be done with any sort of ferocity, so to speak, and then we have a sink, which, takes also gray water has to go in there. So that's doubly problematic for doing dishes and the like. And it's also basically a wooden tent, no insulation, just all of the things that does have electricity, so there is that. And that's very old and needs rewiring. So, it's just a very basic, not comparable to a lot of these camps. This is, just the way it's been and the way we frankly like it to be very rudimentary, okay? But changing that would be problematic just because of access if they were to take it all down or whatever. So, again, it has no sun. It's fully in the shade. It's very steep, so access is just about impossible. It doesn't even have a holding tank like NP 37, and can't, at this point have a holding tank because those were grandfathered in. We even believe that because of the trees and because of access that it would almost be impossible. I mean, I don't know. It just equipment, it would have to come in at a different size, which would mean, getting permission to go in on somebody else's property and maybe come in from the back. So if it can even be, a mound can even be created, it's very rock looked at what the camp is now currently resting on big rock, you know, and doesn't have a foundation, so to speak. So, you know, it seems like replacement systems for NP60 are not even the same as, you know, the ability is not the same as just, for example, again, NP23, which is right next door. Just to get back to the smaller camp, which has no electricity, we explored that, and that was also problematic because of the pole needing to be on somebody else's property. And again, you would have to take trees down. So there are lots of issues with these very, you know, simple camps on, you know, very challenging, either a challenging property line or just the slopes. And, you know, what would be permitted and not permitted. So the values we want to reduce further from the original doubling, excessive doubling of the first assessment. It was dramatic for us to see that, and given all our points we just made, and it's fully in our report, which you have in front of you. You know, you know, so our request is there on the grievance as well. So we'd like to see that change to that amount.
All right, I think we got everything. Anybody here have any questions? No, you have it all laid out pretty good. Thank you.
Okay. For us, given our grievance and our, you know, notes just now.
Right. So what'll happen is, they'll get notices out in about a week or so. You'll get another notice in the mail. And if everything's good, then you're done. And, if you still have questions, there'll be an explanation on there, how to get back in touch.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Thank you so much.
All right, well, thank you.
Great. All right, thanks.
Enjoy your day. Bye.
Goodbye.
Just so you're.
Afternoon.
So I had sent something on email. Did you all get to look at it?
And Karen, do you know
Every
everyone?
John
Wilson.
Wilson,
James.
James.
And Tegan?
Yes.
And Bella?
So I just want to make sure you have the information I sent. Most
Yeah,
of
it's
you
all right,
sent
it's all
me.
right. Then- It'll do us.
Okay,
Unless you have more you wanna give?
well, no, I didn't make anything new. I just didn't know
Okay.
if you had.
Yeah.
So how do you want to
Well, you
proceed?
you can start if there's anything that you wanna add to what you sent, or anything you
Okay.
wanted to go over quickly. or-
Well, you only really need to look at the most recent where I put notes on the updated property record card,
Okay.
because that has all my questions and concerns on it. Yeah. So, yeah, these are older. This is helpful. Let's see. So it's more the end here. It's the last, I don't know if you all have it. No, it's the last page. Okay.
You can just go down your list with your concerns. and
Yeah,
follow
this
along.
summarizes the
Sure.
current questions. So on the black and white, it says red dot concerns. They show up as the darker circles.
Okay.
So I kind of the building square feet, let's see, let me go through. I put 1 porch. So that's it says S1 porch 2 192 square feet. So I have a question about the word porch and how that's reflected in the model, because it's a deck, it's not covered, it's not enclosed, it's just a
Right.
wood platform
Okay.
deck.
It's catching up. I'll show you.
Okay.
It's coming. It's doing something. Come on. Blues. So the porch is a deck,
Yes,
wood deck.
yes. Okay, I see.
Yeah, in the software, it is where it corrects.
I see, okay.
Yeah,
And what is the, oh,
I gotta-
porch,
just, there's just one porch.
yeah.
Somehow it just duplicated another thing, that's fine.
And
But
what
it's
is
109
floor?
192 square foot deck.
Yes.
That's what we've got.
Yes, okay.
We're good.
What does 3 mean on floor? It's just wood.
Where's that?
Well, that's just a category for wood deck.
Porch area, 192, floor 3, wood deck, yeah, wall
Good.
none,
Yeah.
roof none and ceiling none.
Yeah.
So it's just a deck.
Okay.
Good.
And then my second item was, the second floor square feet. So it says S1, second floor, 154 square feet. So let's look.
Small loft area, maybe?
It's like like finished crawl space, so you access it by a ladder.
Okay,
It's not a stairway to the second floor.
so it's just a loft.
It's a loft, so the front of it is open to the kitchen, and you access it by a ladder.
Okay.
And I'm 5'6.5". I can only stand in like a third or a quarter of it.
Right in the middle, put your arms out and touch the ones, right?
Yeah,
No, I'm gonna
I
call
kind
it.
of said I can stand in like 50 square feet of it.
Yeah. Let's just get-
So the ceilings go down to 3 feet high.
Yeah.
So that might
Yeah, yeah.
make a
Yeah, it
difference
does. It's gonna
because
pull
second
150.
floor would be
Yeah, it's gonna lower the square foot.
wrong. Okay,
So let me fix that.
you're the model expert.
Do this every day. I've been doing for some time, few decades anyway.
Yeah,
So, I'm fixing them as you're saying, this way we're staying in real time here.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
okay. The other question which came up, at the last time, and I know I discussed it at the informational, is just to know how the septic replacement cost is reflected. So I had a septic engineer, I applied for an A&R grant to help fund a replacement. We didn't get the cut, but I had an engineer come out and look at the whole property. And the only place that we could replace the leach field was over here, which is, it's a steep slope. We have wetlands back here in Springs, and we have bedrock everywhere. So there's really only one place, and because of the property, the lake, the limitations, it's gonna be expensive. So I look at that as it affects the liquidity, because a lot of people wouldn't necessarily want to do that type of project, and it probably would
Is there
cost
something wrong with it?
$60,000.
Is there something wrong with it now?
No,
Oh, okay, so it's fine, it's
There's-
something you could sell today. The septic system, if you, if
Yeah.
I wanted to buy it and the bank wanted it tested, it would be good.
well, I don't know how the bank tests it, but
They're gonna wanna make sure all permits are in place and they're gonna send somebody to do a flow check. They're gonna pop open your D box and flow check it.
it's a dry well. It's like from 1978 or
Okay.
something.
Okay,
So I don't know if it
yeah,
would
so it's
pass.
questionable.
I would
That's
say
the right answer.
so,
Yeah.
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 We've been avoiding it because of the cost and the complication. So I think it was in the model before, that I just want to emphasize.
Yeah, we have it in as less than now. We're not considering it to be of the same value as, say, one that got put in last week. It's already being depreciated.
Right, and also it would be probably $60,000 cost.
Yeah, good, absolutely.
Whereas on, a standard land, it might be 20,000.
Yeah.
So it's,
For something.
no, what are
I
they?
don't know, I don't speculate. I'm dealing with what we have right now in front of us. Whatever's there today, we can sell is what we're working with.
Yeah, okay. Well, mine would easily be
Yeah.
that much more. And then the other thing that I just want to point out again is the driveway right of way that cuts through. If this land was ever developed, right now the Bachmans own it. They've talked about putting a house in with us. I don't know whether, yeah, I hope not, but
Oh, it can't, there's no new construction and the vegetative buffer, Calais vegetative buffer is 100 feet from the water, so they couldn't access the property. You're not allowed to put a drive there.
they have a right of way already though.
If they don't have the physical driveway and curb cut, they're never gonna build a house and
Oh,
never cut it.
okay.
They should sell it to you. No value.
I've asked to buy part of it, long ago, but they were like, no.
Well, if they think it has development potential, then
They give
they
you
don't
a
know
call?
what's going on. They'll run into this.
Yeah.
For zoning permits for the
Okay.
same kind of property. Say, sorry,
Okay.
unless we change the rules. Right now, you can't put a driveway across the vegetative buffer. So you can't access a portion of the property if you go.
Even so, they couldn't put something in, because this is their right of way, right where our current driveway is.
Oh, you already have a driveway, so they could drive in legally, drive in your driveway and get to their property? Then they could go from there.
Because that's what the right of way is. So you're saying what I should do is no longer use that as a driveway? All right.
This is their property.
They own this and this.
Thing on the other side.
Yeah, they bought it from, what were the names, that where Ron lives, that property owned these two parcels and they bought it all together.
The big piece of land.
It's 11 acres over there,
Yeah,
so.
I thought they only owned that weird squiggle on the.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
So that right of way goes uphill right in front of her house, like 15 feet from her house. Anyone built there, they would plow in the winter, 15 feet from her house. Lights at night would be coming into the house. So that's also a liquidity and potentially significant devaluation.
Well, I didn't mean to derail the conversation. I thought they were only owned this little.
I was hopeful,
Yeah.
but I mean, we had a nice conversation about that possibility. We would be very close neighbors. So, all right, well, I don't know how you reflect that, but that's,
Yeah, no, I'm good. Yeah, I've listened to everything you said, and I've already read through all of this.
yeah, okay.
You
Were
did,
you the one that I talked to, when was it?
no.
No, okay.
I think Ed, but judging by the notes here, the handwriting, it looked like you talked to Ed at one point. That's it.
Back during the previous appraisal is when I brought it up.
I think I'm good. Just wanna make sure I'm not missing anything. There's not a comp page that I'm missing, right? We didn't have comps on him.
Comparable properties.
No,
That's okay.
but we talked about it at the informational meetings. And it sounded like because there's sort of a standard that wherever your house is, it's 2 acres regardless of how many limitations there are, because we have so many limitations. And that the land value of our land was equivalent to the same land value of the house site for the Levanti house and the Hasfords. So that seems fair.
I'm good. I got what I need. I just want to,
Okay.
we're not missing anything. We're good.
Yeah.
No, we're good.
Okay, yeah, I don't have any more than the 2 acres. Okay. So the other thing that affects it is the spring rights. So if they could develop it, they have spring rights to our spring. Our water source is a spring. And it's all, their property is all uphill from our spring. So any development there, a roadway would affect our water source. And it's even within 200 feet of our casement. So that's another piece that affects the value.
I'm good. Yeah.
Okay.
No.
I looked at how the values changed of people that I knew, and I'm not really concerned about the value. I just want the information to be reflective of the actual situation at our house.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Okay.
Unless you guys have questions, I'm all set with it.
I wanted to ask, so all I can see is this sheet, what some of this other information means, the site improvement.
That's water and septic.
Water and septic.
Your spring and your
That's-
septic system.
13,000.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It's a contributory value. It means that they're applying of your assessment, 13,000.
Of value
Being valued towards that. Right
for
now,
a
right now.
spring?
Yep.
Okay,
And that's really well, they
Yeah,
took into
okay,
consideration
okay.
your situation with your spring and your your old septic system.
okay.
That's what I wanted to look, that's why I was.
Oh,
asking.
thanks. Okay.
And the other thing was the loft that I needed to pull off. And then what else did you got?
Well, these are just questions I have about the information. What do the depreciation values mean?
Physical depreciation is run from the age and the condition. That's
Okay,
what the market shows.
okay,
That's how we get from replacement cost down to market. It's market adjusted cost approach.
okay,
Basically, replacement cost new, less depreciation. Depreciation comes from the sales.
okay. And you think that seems right based on everything we talked about?
Yeah.
And then plumbing fixtures 5, what does that mean?
Fixture. So in your bathroom, you have 3. You have a toilet, a sink, and either a shower or a tub,
Right,
right? You have a kitchen sink.
Yeah.
Right? And then you have a water heater. Right?
a water heater, yeah.
You have hot water, right?
What do we have? We have, yeah, a heat pump, hot water.
Yeah, so you got 5. That'll be the standard. You'll see that. Anybody with a 1 bathroom.
Okay, okay,
We add fixtures. We don't count bathrooms. I know there's a room count in there and it says bathrooms, but for the software to work, it's a fixture count, because we're trying to come up with replacement costs. And then we depreciate it to market.
okay.
Any other good ones?
That's all
Okay,
that.
okay.
And the rest of it is, this is just a picture of the land where the spring is and the spring pump, and then the electric right of way that bisects. Is that incorporated too?
It'll just, the sales will show us that.
Okay,
What we're saying is, based on what you have and what we're looking at and what has sold around you in the last year or so,
Yeah,
that's where we're coming up with this number.
okay,
And it does all get, it's just hard because it's not like we have 300 sales
right,
where we can really fine tune it and say, okay, a right of way takes away this much based on how long it is. I mean, you'd have to go someplace like
Right.
Milton or South Burlington to get that data, a big town where they had a ton of sales. A little town like this, we can just use common sense and then
Right.
just,
okay,
But yeah, we try to adjust, based on what the information we can get.
all right.
But you did good. You gave us a bunch of stuff. You just look through it all, make sure it all looks good and any adjustments.
Right, you really only, well, do you want me to identify the sheets that are kind of relevant at this point?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm going through everything.
Okay,
I look at everything.
thank you.
Thank you, Karen.
And that's it for that. Yeah, you'll get a notice from the town in another, like a week
right.
or so. And then from there, if you're good with it, then you're good. And if not, it'll explain that, so.
Does it, in that note there where it says through her property,
What's that?
does it, in this note where you're
Yeah.
explaining the
It says
right of way?
right away through her property to Bachman landlocked property. That was in there. That note was in there since 2014, it looks like.
Okay,
Uh,
it doesn't matter that it's that close to the house? Is
no,
that?
just that it exists. I mean, it may matter to somebody, but I have no proof today.
Yeah,
We couldn't prove that.
There's not data on
There's no way to prove it. You'd have to come in and say, well, here are 4 examples where this has taken place and prove it. I have no way to prove it is or not,
right.
so we're kind of neutral on that.
I can tell you that when I found out about it a few days before closing, I was very upset.
Did you get it? Did they lower the price because of that, or? Did you go in and tell them that and renegotiate, or?
I think we were just exhausted.
Yeah.
You know? So. Thank you.
Yeah, I think we're good. You'll, like I said, you'll get a notice in a week or
Okay.
so. I think you'll be okay.
Have a good afternoon.
Great, thank you.
Whatever. This thing is being recorded. The state asked that we record all these hearings, so it will be a public record, like Rick said. And then you get to talk to us about what you think the value should be and what.
Yeah, we'll let you get going. I'm sure
Well-
some stuff in there.
Did you have a chance to review what I wrote in all of that?
Well.
Oh, sorry.
Craig,
Craig?
In the system.
Okay, gotcha.
That's on the list of things to fix. The name has been updated in the system. They had older stuff they were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These other folks don't have it. I can just read it if you'd like, so that everybody can hear.
And then they'll have it after this meeting, they'll get that packet and they'll be able to review it later.
You go over it. Now's your chance. 394. Everything here is there. So that would be your place, right?
Yeah.
All right, good.
I mean, so I think, honestly, for me, the easiest thing for me to do is just read what I wrote, and then I'll. I don't wanna sound maybe, I wanna make sure that I don't sound, upset or anything, but it seems unreasonable to appraise a camp without drinking water, without a foundation, without insulation, a completely unfinished upstairs, without landscaping, and the very point that it is a camp, very seasonal, with no capacity to be otherwise. We very much want to keep the camp in the family, but see the potential for higher taxes that would prohibit us from being able to. And then I had another thought, afterthought. After my dad's passing in October 2025, we had a market analysis done on the camp by Greenlight Real Estate. And they put the market value at 327,500. That in itself is a fair bit lower than the town's new appraisal. And it's always been my experience that the town's appraisal is always far less than the market value. If not less, then I would hope not more. And I brought their appraisal and their whole market analysis if you want it. That's just the. No problems. Excuse me? No problems.
Well, there's more things in the folder.
I got a lot more here.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
gonna leave all that with us, right?
I can, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Do
need
you want
all,
copies?
I definitely need it all back.
We'll have to give it to Marla to get copied then. Anything you wanna submit, we gotta have a copy. That's all right, I'll get her a copy.
Okay.
Just a second. Yeah.
And I don't know that this has any. Valid or. I'm not sure if I know the right word for it. We did get an offer on the camp after Dad passed. And like I say, these are people who are just, they want to buy it and then obviously make money, but they only offered us. They offered us 221,000. Almost 222,000.
How
That-
long ago was that?
It was, I see if there's a date on here. I know it was after my dad
25.
passed. It was
2 years.
It was relatively recent.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
good, that's what I was curious.
Yeah, but I guess.
Yeah, I'll get Marla to
that too.
copy everything.
All
for
right.
you. Yeah.
Really. That's all I got.
That's
I just
okay.
thought that was,
No, it's all about market, so
Yeah.
whatever these guys, I'm gonna look through what they use to compare. It's using stuff from out of town, it's not really helping me. These are all based on the sales and the recent sales in town. So when, in a lot of places it is, that the properties are assessed at a certain percentage less than market, but in Vermont, it's 100% market. We have to be at market based on the last 3 years of sales. When we get rid of the comparable stuff. I wanna go through it all.
yeah, sure.
That $220,000 offer, is that from a private party or a real estate firm?
I'm sure it was a real estate firm, Nelco Properties LLC.
They're operating start low, you can only go higher. Not know if you're higher.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, this is probably my weakest evidence or whatever. I thought that,
Well, it does show what the real world is thinking
Yeah.
at one point in time, so and then you have to say, so who was that and what were they intending to do with it? They weren't buying it to use it themselves, they were buying it as an investment
Make a
to
buck.
make money.
did you want to copy this as well?
Oh, yeah, I get it. Thank you.
And he already has a copy of,
Here you go.
this stuff, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the same thing,
Yeah, unfortunately, camps on water are just highly priced right now, unfortunately.
They're not making any new
You
order.
know,
Yeah, it's, I think, I mean, you guys, you've heard this a zillion times, it's a shame. I think it's a shame that the average Vermonter who have always been able to once upon a time have a camp. I mean, my grandfather was not a wealthy man. My father was not a wealthy man. They could have a camp. And now, you can't even keep it in the family because you can't afford the taxes. It's sad, really.
Well, and again, the thing we point out to people is, so the price may have doubled or even more than doubled. But the tax rate in town is gonna be half, so essentially the issue is. How much more in real value has it grown for the demand of people owning it? And that's something that we can't determine until people start making offers on lakefront property. And there are sales, down the pond from you for 100,000 more than you're assessed for, because there's a marketplace for that. And that's really what drives the valuation, is what is somebody willing to pay for that piece of land and whatever it is today. Right, so that, again, a lot of people will see the value, the listing almost double. But they're not, until we get the tax rate put out, no one's gonna know what the increase in the tax from last year was, because last year, there's a factor called the common level of appraisal, which raises everything up to almost what the current valuation that the list that the appraisers have put on it. So the tax bill may not be a lot larger. That's the issue that until people get their tax bill, there's no way to know what the real tax effect is.
That people's value went up an average of 86%. So if you go up more than 86%, you will probably have a slightly higher tax bill or higher tax bill, less than 86%, slightly lower. So, and I know yours went up.
A little bit more
A
than
little bit more, but
Right.
that, again, that's the limited waterfront value.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So unfortunately, everybody's thinking, oh, my taxes are gonna double. Well, they're not. They're gonna go up, but they're not gonna double. And they may be less than $500 increase for the year. So,
And I figured
right.
that.
But you can always come and say, did you notice this? Did you notice that? And the more information you give us, the more we might increase the depreciation on the old building and other things. So having us look at it is fine. We just can't tell you what we do until we sit and ponder all the stuff that's in your record.
And I was kind of curious, I mean, you guys, who did the appraisal? All, like, you didn't go,
We're appraisers with Nemrick. This is
Yeah.
what we did, yeah.
I mean, you didn't go in the can.
Not if someone wasn't there, we
Right.
didn't make an appointment, no, we wouldn't have known.
So, I mean, it's nice camp,
Yeah.
but it's,
But that's why you're here now. This is your chance to
Yeah.
say like, this,
Invite us over
Yeah.
for lunch
Well-
and beers, and we'll take a look at the inside.
or to talk about like the specific pictures and why you think they might be worth less than they're assessed at. If it's bare stud somewhere, or roofing, or not insulated, or plywood, like this is the moment to talk about those.
Yeah.
and that's the entire upstairs is just bare studs. That's it,
Second floor unfinished,
completely. Yeah. And,
on its
no
way
insulation.
at some time, maybe in the future.
Do we think we'll ever finish it? No,
Okay,
no, no. It's camp.
got it. It's gonna stay like that.
It's a wooden tent.
Yes,
It's a wooden tent.
Got it.
I mean,
The reason I ask is the software, I'm gonna have to play with this right here, and in this field right here, I can either flag it as unfinished at a percent complete, or just call it, it's not ever gonna be finished. Just trying to figure in my head the best way to
Not-
do it.
not-
Yeah, not gonna be finished in your lifetime.
not as long as it stays in our family.
Got it.
Because we're never gonna.
1,100 square feet. Good size.
So it's just a matter of fixing that second floor, getting that 475 square feet out of the finished column.
Yeah.
So already we're making good changes.
Yeah,
Alright.
well, that's what we need to know.
That's why we're.
Yeah, that's it, that's easy, that's, second floor, and anything else structurally sound, plumbing, electrical, all that stuff's okay for camp,
Yeah, I mean, it's okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what, I don't think it showed it on our report. But I mean, we don't have drinking water, you're
Lake
aware
water,
of
you're
that,
pulling
yeah,
water off.
yeah.
Yeah, Septic system, do you have one?
We
Septic?
do have a septic system. But clearly there's no foundation, but you saw that.
Yeah. That was pretty obvious in them
Yeah.
pictures.
And as far as the inside, other than the upstairs being completely unfinished, I can't think of anything that it's, that's a half bath.
Got a toilet, sink, shower.
Yep. Yeah. One of those little tiny box showers.
Ooh, what they do? You see that?
And then I suppose the box.
Start over. I don't know what happened. Open door, unfinished area.
And it's kind of funny, it kind of morphed into, I mean, it's always been that way, but we all kind of like it being unfinished now. Everybody goes to bed and from every, it's not, every room, every bed, we can all talk to each other.
Good night, good night, good night, Joe.
It used to remind us of.
I was thinking the same.
Good night, John boy.
Thinking the same thing.
Yeah,
You got any good snores in the family?
well, Dad was.
Can't believe no one yelled at the end of that thing, shut up and go to bed. Heat, you have any heat? Space heat, wood stove, anything like that?
Just barely this year, and we put in
Like a Renai type thing?
Yeah. Yeah.
They drive a negative, that's why I asked. You'll notice on the new sheet, it'll be like -$1 or something. If I leave it blank, it adds, it assumes that you had heat. But okay. So we'll fix that, I'm gonna fix that second floor, and structurally sound, everything else is okay. We figured everything was okay.
Yeah.
Good. We. Second floor, low floor. And that's out all of your stuff. I mean, I'm good, unless you guys have questions, I'm pretty good on it, yeah, it's pretty cool, it's pretty easy.
Yeah, thanks for coming in. It's important that people, let us know exactly what's going on so we can be fair to everybody.
And bringing that appraisal paperwork.
Yeah, having this stuff was great, yeah, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
You'll get a notice in like a week or so.
All right. When do the new taxes come out? When?
August, as usual.
August. I forget.
It's August.
All right, well, we'll see you.
Thank you.
I'm just gonna let the recording keep rolling because it looks like it's time to call the next person.
Jonathan Kemper,
Yeah.
phone.
We're ready to, Marla. You ready, James?
Yep.
Hello?
Hi, this is Marlo calling about the Calais reappraisal. Is this Jonathan?
Hi, Marla, good to hear your voice again.
Well, I'm here in Calais with your listers, and I'm here with James from Nimerick, and I'm gonna have you speak with them.
Thank you for helping out.
You're welcome, yes.
And Jonathan, you're being recorded. We're recording all these hearings, okay?
That's Keegan, the town clerk.
Please, please share with me your names again, so I can write it down.
Here you go.
John McCullough, Lister.
Wilson Hughes, Lister. Toby Talbot, Lister.
Tegan Dykeman Brown, your town clerk.
And James DeShone, I'm gonna praise it with memory.
Oh, wow. There were too many names to write down. I'm just,
Oh, yeah, we're having a big party here. You should have came.
I love coming to Vermont. Haven't been there recently. So were you able to see my, grievance appeal form?
Yes, I did. Yes, we got it right here. Yeah.
Okay. Please know that I'm very supportive and want to pay my fair share. So there's no grievance. I didn't like the word grievance, but I did think when I looked at the comparable and know our land and what's going on there, I did feel that it was unfair with the new appraisal. So I appreciate you listening and reviewing my comments. Something you probably already read, but to give you a sense, we did buy the property, I think 9 years ago. And it's my wife's brother lived there right at Maple Corner, so she was anxious to have some land there. She also is a big environmentalist and feels that where the rest of the country is going to be in trouble with climate, that your location actually is uniquely protected compared to other areas. So that was our motive. We did find this land. It's 10 acres. It's not on the pond there. It's near the pond, but not on the pond. It's totally, what's the word when it's not, there's nothing on it except that, I guess you call it what, a cabin, or what do you call cabins there?
It's in as a camp.
Camp, exactly. There's a camp there that was built over 100 years ago. It's totally uninhabitable. In fact, we're looking at getting a demolition company to come in just because we don't want it to be an attractive nuisance of any sort. And so the feeling is that, yes, it's 10 acres. We paid $90,000 for it. The sellers had it on the market, I understand, for a couple of years, couldn't get anybody to buy it. We eventually did. So that told me that 90,000 was a good market value. And now your assessment almost doubles it. So all I ask is for, respectfully ask for consideration on the appraisal.
Sure. The sale in 2017, that's right? That date is right, September of 17?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and is there a water source? Do you have a well or a spring? Is there any water?
I must say I have no idea.
Okay, that's okay. And so that means the septic system would also be questionable if there was one there.
Okay.
Hello?
Jonathan?
I think he hung up on us accidentally, maybe we could hit a redial. Hello? Yeah, I bet you he hung up because he just went dead.
Here we are, Tim's mother on that puppy.
Thank you.
And then Greta's sister bought it. Yeah, and sister in there before.
I'm sorry we got disconnected.
I was gonna say, you don't want to talk to me anymore? Come on.
Just that I was thinking the same thing, that you already rejected my appeal.
That's it, you're out, right? End that one quick. He's not in Vermont, I don't have to worry about him. So my question's back to the water and septic. We're not, there's no marketable spring or well or septic system on there, right? It's just basically you bought it for the land.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm
Okay.
totally unaware if there is anything like.
Okay, I got you. Site improvements, okay, good. No, that's the stuff we need to know.
Is there any way that one of you could go over and look at it? I think you'd be more sympathetic if you saw that it's just overgrown land.
We've looked at it before.
Yeah, one of our appraisers did look at it from the outside and they put the camp in as salvage condition. Meaning that there's not much to it. My questions were though, that they showed that there were some site improvements for water and septic, and that was my biggest question. But it looks like that's not something you'd be able to sell. If I showed up and wanted to buy it and tear that camp down and build a new house, I'm probably looking at putting a new septic and water in.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah.
I would think so.
Yeah, okay, so that really answers it for me. Those were the big issues. Yeah.
Okay, so should I just sit tight and then I'll hear from you again on?
Yeah, unless there's something you wanna add to it, that was really the big one. You know, what was there, what's marketable, and it looks like it's just the land. So we'll go through this, we'll get another notice out to you in about a week or so. And if, you're good, then you're good, and if not, there's a little explanation on there, how to move on to the next step if you want.
Perfect. Two comments. First of all, thank you very much for your consideration. Much better to deal with people in Vermont than people here in Washington. Although that's a low bar, I appreciate that. And second of all, Toto, I don't believe this is a conflict to ask you. Would you be aware of anybody who could help us demolish the camp so that it's not a potential attractive nuisance?
Well, good luck.
I would.
Person
My
probably.
brother-in-law gave me the name of a company. I reached out to them, left them a voicemail this morning. Maybe you know the firm. It's called Eco Structure Recycling. Let's see, Deconstruction Works.
Never heard of them.
I wouldn't know either. Myself, if I was looking for somebody, I would probably just type in Calais, Vermont, general contractor, something like that, try to find a local guy, you know. I wouldn't know. I don't know anybody here. I don't live in town.
I'd reach out to Peter Bogart. He's doing a bunch of camps on right now.
Bogart?
Bogart.
Peter Bogart is a local name. If you write that down, maybe he's got something online, you could get in touch with him.
Good. You think just put in Peter Bogart, Calais?
Yeah, Peter Bogart, Calais VT, and, you know, probably come up and maybe talk to him. I guess he's someone with experience doing that.
Great. That's very helpful. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
All right, be well. Thanks for your time.
All right, thank you. We'll see you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
He's not easy to Google.
Friction Holding is Peter Bogart's company.
Is that it?
Friction Holding.
All right, I will call him back another time.
RCH, I think. PURCHN Holding. That's Peter's.
Oh, that's right. That's
What?
right. Yeah.
It has some meaning in the building trade, right?
No, it's his wife's name.
Birch? I thought Birch was a,
I think Perch is his wife's name.
oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Can I see his application?
What's it?
Can I see his application? Kempner, yeah.
I just looked at that. Mr. Kempner there doesn't knock anything down before he gets a building permit. Or he knocks it down and waits too long, then.
Well, I'm gonna email him the name of this Perch Holding thing. Is there anything else you want me to know besides zoning permit?
I don't think he wants to build it, right? I don't think he wants to rebuild, he just wants it out of there.
Well, for what it's worth, he's outside the 100-foot vegetative buffer, and he's already got a deeded access
Right.
from the road to the house, so he could rebuild in kind, and he could expand it, could build twice as big.
It looks very fancy and they don't have a name on here, so I guess this is the right Perch and Holding.
I've got, it's,
Perchandholding.com.
email is, yeah, frictionholding.com, right? That is it.
All right, I will give that to Mr. Kempner.
And that house in here, we've got a one-foot kickwood rocket big man.
And he paid 90 in 2017.
Yeah, Steve.
We got 10 acres.
Steve Rogas, single house.
Oh, yeah, single family, yeah.
That's his son,
That's such a sweet.
You get a transcript and everything from Zoom if you,
You can watch it online if you want to, when you go home.
yeah, we don't, the
I pause between sessions.
community store board meeting, we get the Zoom transcript of the.
Oh, yeah?
Meeting and we have Claude make it into the meeting minutes.
Lots of clerks do it, yeah.
So easy.
Okay, what's up? Tell
Um,
us the story.
so our property was appraised, was 300 and, what was it, 303 or 4,000? And it was reappraised for 700,800. And, it struck me that
that's not the value that I would put on it if we went to market, which is not something we plan to do anytime soon. But I'm not an expert on property appraisals, so I had Champlain Valley Appraisal Service do an independent appraisal of it, and it came in at 620. So I just think that feels like, I've been telling people that I thought 300,000 wasn't what I would sell this house for if we ever sold, but I thought around 600 was what we put it on the market for. So that seems about right to me. Once again, I'm not an expert, but I'm just going by, I believe that Champlain Valley Appraisal is a registered and well-respected appraisal site. I didn't, when he came over, I said, if it's worth 700,000, it's worth 700,000. I mean, it just means we made a great real estate deal a long time ago. But he came in at 620, and I believe that's a fair appraisal. So I'd like to just ask that my town appraisal be adjusted to that level.
You're gonna leave us that.
I sent it to you
Okay, we have
by
it.
email, so you have it, but you can have this.
No, if we have it, we're good, thank you.
Okay.
We just want to be able to look through it.
You can look through it now if you like.
It's gonna take me more than I go.
Yeah, I know, it's not a 15-minute thing, right?
Yeah, no, that's good. Right,
Okay.
I appreciate
No, I
it.
understand.
So again, one thing that we understand from NEMRIC doing this, that the comparables are properties within the town itself, and that by statute, that's what they have to do. So if there are other places outside of town for comparables that you might get from Champlain Valley, that's not applicable in the way the reappraisal is done in town.
Well, I think but it can be in this conversation.
In this conversation,
Yeah,
and
it just wasn't in the initial.
the initial number is based on other sales and other property values in Calais.
I believe that all of the comparables, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 comparables are all in Calais.
Yeah, that's helpful.
So, I mean, Brett, Schimmerhorn was explaining to me that there's levels that people are buying property at where that's what the comparables are about. That when we were buying our property, we were looking at around 160,000. And this one, we go up a little bit, the stretch, and we went up to 190,000 for this, and back in 2001. But we wouldn't go higher, you see, so that's in that comparable zone.
Right.
When people are looking in 600,000 range, they're not gonna go up to 700,000, to do that, to buy a different house, so that's my understanding, is that's my house. And I mean, Brett looked at various things, and I don't know how you assess this, but for instance, about a third of the property is underwater. So I don't know if that should probably lower the value of the property, of the land.
Raises the rent.
What?
It's waterfront. You have
Waterfront, yeah. I've heard it's swamp. We are extremely wealthy in frogs. And I feel a million.
Lots of papers.
Yeah. And but the cabin is an old camp that was built by the DeForges, who at the time I think read Polar catalog and believed they knew how to build a house. And it is.
Well, wait, it's still standing, so.
It's still.
I guess I knew something.
Yes, right.
That one.
But it's not in great shape. It's not something we charge a lot of rent for. And it's and that's perhaps that was overvalued. I'm not sure, there's times where I've felt it was a liability to us to have a second family sharing our driveway. And I think a lot of people would probably if they bought the property, would tear that down, you know, and so I don't think I don't think it's a huge value. It could almost be a liability. And so that's, you know, I don't know where the assessment, this assessment.
So, what
differed from mine.
condition is that building in?
It's, you know, it's livable. It's lived in 12 months a year, year round. And, it's a funky place, but the ceilings, you know, when I rent it, to new tenants who have been the same tenants in there for a long time, you know, one of the things I warn people on is that anyone over about 5'6" won't be able to stand up upstairs. Or go up the very narrow, steep stairway. Yeah, it's a funky house with some lovely little aspects to it, you know.
I mean, there are great pictures of it.
But, you know, it's not something that it's, you know, I mean, anyone who's lived in a camp that's been kept going for all these years knows a little bit about that kind of stuff. Our house has some, which is noted here, has the front door, which, you know, being a typical Vermont house is not used much. We enter through the garage, is not usable because of rot. The sill is rotted in front of the front door, and all the windows on the first floor in the front have lost their seals and need to be replaced. So you know, there are aspects that may have affected which you know, Brett went in and really looked at these houses, whereas I know the current assessment, although they did walk in the door and look from our front mudroom, there wasn't a detailed walk through the house.
Yeah, they have applied a physical depreciation
Mhm.
to the replacement cost, so there's been no indication that it's not as it was when it was built.
Yes.
So there's a number there, whether that's total effective to what's actually there or not, we can talk about that.
And Brett made his own assessment of that.
Right, the evaluation.
Yes, so you can, I guess you can examine the differences between the two.
Yeah, I mean, if he has an extensive list of deficiencies, then we can look at that and see if the number that Nemlik has put on for appreciation is, accurate or not.
Right. I mean, once again, when we were looking for houses in 2001, you could ask me what a house property was worth. You know, when you do that, when you go around and look at properties, you get a sense for, okay, this is what this property is worth.
Right.
I haven't looked at houses since then, so I'm really not an expert in this, you know, so we'll have to, you know, we're just submitting what we have, and that's why I submitted it.
And we're happy to hear from people where they think the value of what they have is not what the new appraisal. And we're open to all information that we can get.
This thing, what is that?
It's a cabin.
Okay, it's on the property.
It's on the property.
And it's usable?
Yes, it's lived in.
Okay, it is being lived in, yeah.
It's funky.
You're right.
Yes.
Year round.
Yes.
Yes, year round.
They don't have a classification for funky in the software.
And so that's the main one on the property.
That's right.
Okay, and just another quick question, water and septic, they share water and septic?
They share water, they have their own.
They share water.
Okay, you know, here I am in front of the town, so I don't know what the septic system is.
It's okay, most people don't.
You know, on that cabin, it predates.
Right.
We have a septic tank that gets pumped.
Right.
And nothing visible comes out of the ground.
Right.
Yeah.
Actually, a tank is the safest septic system there is, as long as you pump it.
Well, I mean, there's a pipe exiting the tank. I just don't know where that goes. I mean, it doesn't go into the waterway. I know that.
It's not in the small leach field.
No. It goes into the woods.
No, it goes, I suspect it's a dry well.
Yeah.
you know, it's a time period.
Just, there it goes, it's gone, I'm not sure where.
This camp was built in, it says 1975, but it was actually, the Forges built it in the sixties, in the mid-60s, around 65 or 66.
Well, there you go, it's 10 years
65?
older.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, so they rebuilt a sugar shack that they took down, and they rebuilt it as the initial part of that cabin.
Oh, yeah,
And you know, do you remember the DeForges? Anyone?
I know the name, yeah.
Yeah, she was a teacher, she's still, was a teacher until 10 years ago, I guess, at U32, so a lot of people had her. She was
Of course,
there
the store.
for 30 years, they owned the store.
Right.
The time they built my house, they owned the store, and I'm told there were many wonderful parties in my house, never ran out of beer. So it's every time I open something up in that cabin, I find a disaster, you know, so, which
There was
takes.
no building code back then, let alone building understanding.
Well, I don't even think that building was on the list until 75. That's why I think
Oh.
it says 75.
Oh, I
Yeah,
see, no
because
one
that's-
noticed it till then.
That's the year that they put water and sewage in, you see 75. That's when the well was drilled in 1975. And so I believe that's when the town decided that it was time to.
Oh, so, yeah, Eva finally noticed something.
Right.
That's fun.
So, yeah, so that's, you know, it's there. It was built with love, and it has some, you know, features that are redeemable, but.
Great, so we'll take a look at things and.
Do you guys need a copy of this, or you have a?
You said we have that. back.
Yeah, if we
I
sent
sent
it,
you an electronic
yeah, I'm gonna look
copy.
through everything, yeah.
Okay.
So that's gonna be better than this.
Yeah, no, if she has it, that's good, yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
all right.
Yeah, so we'll take a look at it and then we send you you know, an updated notice of what we've changed or not changed. And if you're okay with that, that's fine. And if you want to challenge it further, you can come to the Board of Civil Authority and
We'll do this again.
we'll do it. We'll do this all over again. Funky.
Okay, thanks so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
Afternoon.
Hi.
Tell us the story.
So, okay, I'll tell you a story. I sent an email to Marla.
Yeah. Yeah, mile behind you.
And.
That was Marla.
Okay, and she basically asked some questions on definitions and, you know, how things were approached. And I thought that, you know, they were fairly straightforward questions on, you know, how the appraisal process was. But she suggested that I do the grievance instead of the answers. So I don't know how much you want to know or how much. Okay, this is what I sent tomorrow. Myself. So let's see, I just wanted to know, for example, how you define a rough-in. I was looking through I'm looking through the database printout here and it wasn't clear, so.
The rough-in in your case would be the washing machine hookup, probably. You have a washing machine, has
Yeah.
2 water feeds and just a standpipe with a trap.
Yeah,
Yeah, that would be the rough-in.
okay, so that's a plumbing rough-in.
Yeah.
Okay,
And then a fixture would be the actual fixture that's plumbed into a house, like a sink or a toilet or a shower or tub, something like that. Water heater.
so what did mine say?
Yours has 5, so you probably have 1 bathroom.
So I have, all right, so what is a fixture is?
So your bathroom would be the toilet, sink, and the shower or the tub, right? 3 in the bathroom. You've got a kitchen sink.
Yeah.
And a water heater.
Okay,
5.
so water heater is a fixture.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so style, there's a style and a design that I didn't really understand. So I would call my house a 1.5 story house. And this says it's a 2 story house. I don't know what that means to an appraisal.
Equal square foot first and second floor.
Yes.
Yeah, that would be 2 stories.
Okay, so it doesn't matter if there's sloped roof with equal zero.
Yeah, it does. When you're standing on the second floor, do you have a 4 foot wall?
Yes, just 4 feet.
So you got full usable
You have
space.
knee walls on either side?
Well, no, it's not closed in, but yeah, knee wall.
Yeah, knee
And
wall,
so it's,
right, so.
Or there's a picture.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
So when you're standing on the second floor, if I walk all the way to the wall, I'm like shoulder height, give or take.
no, you're more like hip height.
Okay, so it's a full second floor.
Oh, it's like a side.
No, if you see the windows on the gable end,
Yeah, the windows under
the windows would be where the full height of, so it's not, so the whole square footage is not. It would be reduced.
Can you see
square
my
footage.
cursor? See my mouse? If I'm standing in this corner, I'm on the second floor, standing right here. How from right there to the floor?
That's about 4 feet.
So that would be considered a 2 story.
Okay. Okay, what else? So design.
Yeah, 2 story.
Well, style and design, those are two different things? Design means.
I'm not sure that impacts.
Hold on a minute, let me just get to it. Yeah. So the style is a 2 story and the design is a 2 story. Just meaning it's a 2 story. If this style was a 1.5 story, then the design would probably say 1.5 story. 1 story, and it would say 1 story, unless it's something really goofy, like a split level or a bi-level or something like that.
Okay, so it wouldn't be like a cape is a design.
You could use the word cape, somewhere in there's probably the word cape, but it doesn't matter, it doesn't affect value any. The story height is the one that it's looking for the multiplier.
Okay. Okay, great. What else? How are metrics such as quality and condition determined?
Quality is Marshall and Swift standard.
Okay.
We use Marshall and Swift tables.
Okay.
And condition, it's based on basically the age. You know, what kind of shape is it in, for how old is it? You know, a 10-year-old house is gonna be, you've lived in and maybe has the normal nicks and dings of a, you know, family living in, is gonna be average. You take that same house that's in that same shape, but now it's a 100-year-old house, that's probably in good shape for a 100-year-old house. So it really goes off the age. And how much, you know, if I have a 30-year-old house. And it's all original, 25 to 30-year-old house, original, I'm probably gonna consider that fair to average, cause I know everything's running out. I'm gonna be needing a roof, I'm gonna be needing the heat soon, 30 years is when that stuff's falling out. If that was a 10-year-old house, the same house, it would probably be considered, average, because it's not at that time yet. Now, I take that same 30-year house and I just put a new roof and replace my heat, I'm still back to average again, because it was to be expected anyway. There's really there's no add up the numbers divided by pi. If you're looking for a checklist, that doesn't exist.
Well, I guess more what I'm looking for is, so nobody came through my house and, you know, checked off, you know, and that I had 35 years on a 30-year roof. So things like that.
Right.
You know, or how old is the water yet? I don't know what you look at.
Right, well, this was a no trespassing property, so we never got there, we would have sent a second card asking for permission.
And I responded to that and welcomed anybody to come up and visit.
Okay, so you're saying that everything is original for the year built 1992?
Yeah.
Okay.
Down to the paint.
Yeah.
So.
And then we have that as fair to average. Meaning that we're expecting stuff to be replaced soon. If it's a 30-year-old house, you're gonna be needing some stuff soon.
Okay. Great appreciation.
So 1,536 square feet, so we're about $120 a foot. Okay, house.
Okay.
I'll trade for example, I should have did for the basement walls. Right, they have it on a slab,
Yeah, this is on piers.
on piers.
Open spot space.
Okay. Number 4.
What's your heating system?
Wood stove. Do you have a gas backup?
Okay.
But they're both space heaters.
Yes, not central heating. Central distribution. And where is that?
Right here, space heat,
Okay.
and you'll see that drives a negative, sure. Because it's figuring there's no centralized heat.
Right.
So space heat, it's subtracting $2.75 a square foot from the house for not being a central unit.
Okay. And I guess the last thing was the electric service. So there's a number of homes on Ledge Road and also Moscow Woods that are off grid. And I don't know if those are all equally impaired off grid, because you know all of them have minimal service, electric service.
Mhm.
For example, I'm 30 amps. That's all I get. It's
Really?
not 200.
30.
Yeah. And that's, you know, a matter of my power system size.
Okay. Is the house wired,
Yeah,
12
conventional.
gauge, 14 gauge, or something like that?
Yeah.
But you're running your own system, is it a bank of batteries for solar?
Yeah.
That one?
Yeah.
Alright. I don't know. For power. Okay, good.
Okay, so that sums it up for the questions, but I dug in a little deeper just to see, you know, what's going on with my neighbors. So my two closest neighbors also off grid. I have the numbers here for you. That
What are you using them as comps?
yeah.
Okay.
And so, for example, their properties went up 84 and 85% each. Mine went up 98%. So I'm curious how that sugar's acting solved.
I won't have an answer for that there. That'd take me some doing. I can't really answer that. It'd take me a while to figure out why they're changed and what the percentage is. I mean, we don't look at percentages, so I have no idea. I can look at them and break them down and tell you, you know, how we came up with the new values. But as far as the ratio of change, that's not something that we study. It would take me some time to figure that out.
Yeah.
It's irrelevant for what we're doing.
Interesting. I mean, that was called out in the, I think when, Tina sent out an information booklet, it was, you know, we'll compare your increase to everyone else's, which was, I think, 86%.
But not percentage, there's the value you wanna check. Because the percentage of change is not something that we look at. It's all based on current market. We use the last 3 years of sales as our comps, and then we just set everybody based on those, so. How much it changed from before, that's kind of irrelevant, Rob.
I'm not sure I understand. So if my neighbor's property value, according to that list,
Mhm.
increased by 85%.
Mhm.
And mine increased by 98%.
Mhm.
I don't understand that disparity.
Well, why would you expect them to be the same?
They're very similar properties.
Right, but we don't know, I don't know where those old values came from. We don't look at them. We look at what's there now and compare it to the sales. So
The
right
old
now,
values, sorry to interrupt, but the old values meaning the old.
the prior values, yeah, we don't even look at them. We have no idea where they came from or why they're there. I mean, I know how they came there and all that, but we don't look at them. What we're charged with is appraising property based on the last 3 years of sales. So we don't study that ratio. We don't look at it. It's not a factor.
Okay, so you're saying each of these individual properties, given what they are, square footage of the house, size of the lot,
Mhm.
would probably sell for this much.
Yeah, but we're assuming, based on what we saw in the market in the last 3 years, the new value on this person would be, you know, that's what we're assuming they could get now.
Yeah.
Well, in the ratio between the prior, I wouldn't know. How that can. Cause we don't, that's not part of our equations, we won't do anything with the old value.
Interesting. That's, I mean, this kind of figures prominently in the list of numbers. So,
Yeah, but for the purpose of what we're doing, it's not relevant.
Okay, so what else can I?
Well, you've given me some stuff that we need to adjust for. I gotta at least address all this stuff, so, and come up with a new number. And I'll look through all the places out there. I'll look through your neighbors, I'll check cost per foot, cost per acre, I'll make sure everything looks to be in line. You'll get a new notice with the corrections that we're gonna make. I'm not sure what they're gonna be just yet.
Right.
But you'll get a new number from the town. And
Yeah.
hopefully that'll be in line with what you're thinking. And if not, there'll be an explanation in your notice how to get back in touch with them if you need some more information.
Right. Okay.
I'm gonna make these adjustments now.
In terms of filing this appeal, is this go to you or?
No, I'll take it, I'll staple it, all the other stuff. The listers will have all this, I'm just keeping track. They get it all.
So we as the listers are the town body that have to raise or lower or make any changes now that the appraisal is done from them, so. We'll review all the stuff you just brought to us and we'll look at, making the changes and send you a letter that says. We agree or disagree and we're lowering this one or raising that or whatever. And, when we look at it, so just getting more information gives us a better view of what realistically we can set your value at.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Fair
good.
enough.
Yeah, no, that was good, thank you for bringing them.
Okay.
I think
Well said.
the biggest thing is the power and just the fact that the age and the maintenance, there's no fixed basement thing.
Yeah, that's why, it seems like, I can't remember. The last one was 15 years ago, was that right? 10 years ago?
Well, they did a 10 years,
A statistical.
statistical, so it moved everybody up to according to statistics, but not with observation and real assessment.
Right, so I do remember an observational appraisal, yes, before that, I don't remember when it was.
2002, I think it was.
Yeah, so it's been a long time.
A long time.
It's been a long time since anybody walked around and knocked on the door, so.
Yeah,
And this gets everything up there. And the other thing is the state now requires us to do it every 6 years, so it's not gonna hang out there that long.
right,
So everybody will be equalized within a 6-year period again.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, and I do know that at some point early on, several listers came through and, they all checked in. I don't know where that information goes or where it is now, in terms of transmigrating to the database world.
So we have old paper records and files, and we have like 5 drawers full of all the years of appraisal of houses and cards and pictures and stuff, so it goes back to Eva Morse and Rick Purchase and even before that, so there's a history. If you're interested, you can come look in your Worcester folder and
there's a lot there.
see what's there. You can see what the history looks like.
Great.
That's good.
Yeah, so thanks for coming in, we appreciate it, and you'll hear from us.
Great, thank you for your time. Good afternoon.
Then Julia Hand, right? Julia, the 4.5, Julia's got 73 acres that. Only got 15 acres.
That way we can do stuff like on his. We can play a joint abutting the property. And see what the acreage is, what the band grade is.
Are you doing?
Good afternoon. You can let us know what you are grieving about.
Well, I sent the whole grievance thing.
Okay, great.
So there's many issues. Number one, the increase of mine is much more than the people around me. And number two, everything that you filed in the, in this, I guess, what this attachment thing or something was incorrect, a lot of it was incorrect.
Okay, well, straighten us out. Tell us what's
Well,
incorrect.
I put it in the grievance
Oh, okay,
thing.
great.
And what I said was incorrect is that you said I had 1,120 square feet. I don't. I have 820 square feet. You said that I had 4 rooms. I don't. You said I had 3 bedrooms. I only have 2. You said it was a story and a half. It's only a single story. So yeah, there was, oh, and then you included kind of a rotted out platform as square footage of the house, which it's not. It's not even attached to the house. And you put a second floor in here when there is no second floor. So there's a lot going on.
That's why we're here to hear.
Okay.
This is the place that we're.
This is,
talking
Yes.
about? Okay.
this is where we want to clear all the
Okay.
data to your satisfaction.
Okay.
We're looking at a 1-story house,
Yes.
right? 1-story house. Yeah, stuff like that, huh? I'm not missing anything. Okay, and so. You have a status home, and make sure they match, so we're gonna do away with the second floor entirely, right?
Yeah.
This makes sense, though.
Yes.
And then this is the porch that's fallen off, right?
Well, it was never on. It's not that it's falling off. All it was like a hemlock platform,
Got it.
that was not attached to the house. So now it's kind of all rotted out. So I'm just gonna take it out. I can't even walk on it. This is dangerous. And that thing, what I would like to do is eventually put up like a small thing, and I can't take that down because then I would lose the square footage. The falling down boathouse.
Right. Right. Then Bright Material Shelter, no value, so they don't have any money on that, so they don't have any money on the sheds.
Okay, makes sense.
In that porch, just wanna make sure. Yeah, there's no money on the porch.
No.
So the biggest thing is fixing the square foot, getting rid of the second floor. No second story. So, you know. Get rid of that. Okay. And so now, whoop. Like that. Good thing. Good thing. There we go. Second floor, increase factor 9%. Information, no second story. This is no house. And total bedrooms is 2.
Yes. And very, very small. There is not a single closet in the entire place,
Yeah.
which is a problem. It's a converted fishing.
And so, let me just go through this at the beginning, we got that, we got that. It's on a slab, the house is built on a slab.
It's built on sort of kind of a not a real basement, but like kind of a half basement. So like the hot water heater is underneath it.
Crawl space. More than
It's
anything.
more than a crawl space and less than a basement. Like I can't go down there without bumping my head,
Got it,
but I don't have to crawl.
okay. But it's not,
It's
8
a
foot,
duck, it's a duck space. You need to duck. when you're in there.
A goose space,
it's not an
maybe.
8-foot basement that you'd be able to improve and put bedrooms and stuff down there.
Absolutely nothing.
That's the answer, okay. So, well, that. Yeah. So, and then these are your comps, right? Okay.
Yeah, and Travin's place, which is, it's kind of weird. It's on Travin's place, Travin LaShawn, he's next door to me, but we're on different roads. Does that make sense? Like he on the pond, he's next door to me, but the roads kind of converge like this, so he's on, I believe he's technically on Camp Road, and I'm on Lower Curtis Pond, but he is right next door to me. And, you know, he only went up by 157, which kind of surprised me, because he put in a lot of improvements. I haven't put in any improvements. Except yeah. Yeah, yeah. Well, they're not addressing their needs.
It's gonna be good. And then it was the second floor.
And I know, the non-existent second floor.
Right.
It's, that truly is a crawl space, like through one of the bedrooms, there's like a little square there, so you can get in there if you need to. But it's a crawl space.
Yeah, I don't see anything, nothing, okay, that's easy enough. 830 square feet, crawl space underneath. What's that?
820.
830.
820.
That's 30.
I don't know why you get 30.
I'm not sure. 830.
Okay.
That perimeter is 830.
When I bought it, it said 820.
Right.
It's always said 820 on the tax
But
document.
the measurements add up to 830. Facts don't lie.
Or do you want to wait for another? I don't know where you're getting the.
Go measure it.
10.
30, 28, 30, 10 down, back out a foot, then down. This is 830.
Okay, well, when I bought it, it said 820, so I'm not sure where it got at with the 10 foot gutters. I don't think that really matters.
Oh, it's 10 feet. I mean, it doesn't matter enough. We would like it right. I mean, if you go home and measure the outside and it shows that this is wrong, definitely let us know.
It might be, it might be like 20 feet, but you know, I'll go measure, but again, that's.
Outside.
The outside. Yeah, that's not really, that's not true. There's, like I said, there's no single fire.
Right, I fixed that. Yeah, we got that. That's it.
They were going to,
That was the big one.
take those notes and address it that way. I did not have you done in person.
So new value of 321.6, and you didn't write what you're thinking is worth.
Well, no, not compared, not when there's, not compared to the houses around me, no. Yeah, they're gonna be. And you know, I did not write this down, but, you know, Winthrop Place, which is right down the road from me.
Winthrop?
They're only at 308.6. And they have, you know, 2 stories, a bigger lot, and they're less than I am. It's a much nicer house. I don't know what that is.
I'm just looking down the road.
Is that Eileen's place? Oh, that's right next door to me. That's
This one.
that's Mahaley. That's Mark Mahaley's place. And he, you know, he put on there, I believe, but his is not winterized.
924. Oh, so here's the camp. He's got 100 feet. And 165 feet, okay.
That's my neighbor. That's the second neighbor down.
230. 100 feet.
Yeah,
632, so these are camps.
Yeah, on my road, I would say on my small road, Lower Curtis Pond Road, I believe that Mary Hanrahan's property, which is CP 0771, and she uses it as a camp, but it's winterized, so it could.
CPO 771.
CP 0171. And that's like a couple houses down from.
Oh, you put that one there. Okay.
Yeah, it's at the end of my road. So if you kept going back, it would show up. Yeah, so she has, like, you know, the bottom space there, it's a, you know, a storage kind of area. But the living area is very similar to
60.
mine.
We said 700 feet, a little bit smaller. The land is about the same now.
Except she does have like a real storage basement area. So I would say it's pretty similar.
293. 293.
And then also, Peg Tassie's place, which is much nicer than mine. You know, they have like they converted their garage into a, you know, a really beautiful studio. They have like a second story, a kind of half story with like bedrooms, which I don't have, and I think it has more land. And that's coming in, that's coming in as worth less than the,
316, right?
yeah,
That's what we got
yeah.
here. And that one is 100 feet.
Yeah, you see
Camping.
their garage is it's made into a very nice studio.
It's for the camp thing, huh?
Well, no, they live there full time. I mean,
Really?
well,
They live there?
they split up, but yes, they go back.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's small, but yeah, it's a nice little place.
16. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you guys have any other question?
No.
I mean, it's really just gotta fix the square foot. I think that would be about it, right? And fix the room count and just gonna do the square foot. The outbuildings and the porch not adding any value. Yes, I'm good, unless you guys got anything else. Do you have any other questions?
No.
No.
Yeah, so what happens, to go through all this, any adjustments, you gotta do that.
Okay, so, and the condition, okay, you said average, good. It looks pretty square from the outside, but in the inside, it has kind of it's bowed.
Mhm.
You know, so eventually the whole ceiling is gonna have to be fixed. Like it's a bowed lengthways. So I don't know.
830,
Call it.
little over $100 a square foot. It's a year-round house, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, $100 a foot. And that was in 2012. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, no
Do what you do.
questions?
No, I'm good. No.
It's all ready for questions.
Yeah.
Okay,
We're just here to listen and then,
Okay.
then we'll look at what your issue is and
excellent.
take care of it.
Thanks. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
State,
Sure,
okay, we're
Yep.
good.
no dirty words.
That's right. Well, it's up to you.
We'll try to beep them. We'll beep them.
Okay, a lot of beeping. Okay, I didn't bring paperwork with me, but I know it's on my head.
Yep, there you go.
I know what's going on.
Okay, what's your concern with?
My concern is, well, one thing, is I got a field across from my apartment house, I sold. Probably 5 acres there, the beavers are just taking it over. You know, it's a good field. And I've got permission from the Army Corps of Engineers to go in there and build a ditch. I gotta give other beavers, last year I shot 9 beavers in there, you know, it's kind of ruined that field, I say. You can't get in there. I put $300-400 in the culvert last year, killed 9 beavers, they're right back here, you just can't get out of it. You know, I'm sick of sitting in the woods after dark. I'm afraid somebody's gonna shoot me, maybe you, but no,
I don't have a gun.
okay, good thing. And then we got a problem with land over by,
So how many acres is that is
about 5 acres
So
there in that field.
you're looking for a
flooded.
5 acre change in.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what's going on.
Okay.
That corner over there is blue clay. And the Brooks comes right down through from, she just sold that house.
Mhm.
You know, I don't know what her name is, do you? No, I don't either. The woman that bought the house is Ann Winchester's daughter. Anyway, I don't think she knew anything about this, cause last year we had problems with the beavers. And talked to them, and that pond right there, there's beavers in working at it. The guy that owned, he was the chair of the select board one time, 2 years ago. You remember what his name is? He's the chair.
This on Tucker Road?
Yeah. First house on Tucker Road.
Well, there's Sharon with Bannon. She was.
Yeah, that's the second house.
Oh,
Okay, huh?
John Hogue from a million years.
Yeah,
ago.
Jim Hobbs owned it, but this other guy owned it before that.
Oh,
God.
that's
Well,
before our time, Doug.
Yeah, before your time, I don't think so. Well, anyway, we found out that he built the pond and he didn't have permission. The pond is there, he didn't have permission. Well, I don't really care what people do, just as long as they leave me alone. You know what I'm saying to you? Leave me alone. So there's beavers in there, and I called the Army Corps of Engineers, see if I could do something with the beavers, because we can't sit over there, you know, and shoot beavers. My son's getting sick of it. And, you know, when the beavers come up at 10, 11 o'clock at night, from downstream, we'll get right up to where you're sitting on logging. Yeah, scare us, you know. He said, I'm done doing this anymore. So this year, we put a new culvert in there, and we've unplugged it twice. I mean, a 20 some odd footer. And that was $350 just for the culvert. And we had to hire an excavator to come in and lower it. And the Army Corps of Engineers gave me permission. And I made them send me a letter saying I could do it, cause you know what I mean, I don't wanna be hearsay shit. I'm getting smarter than I used to be. Used to take somebody's word for it, but I don't anymore. All right,
So Doug, can we get you, so we know 5 acres are.
Yeah, and then
So
over-
what's next? We need to stay, this is a meeting for your grievance, not for beaver stories.
well, they're ruining the land, isn't it?
Yeah, so we're gonna adjust the value of that land for
I
5
would.
acres.
I'm
Yeah,
all right with that.
yeah, we'll do that. So what is what other?
The other one is, the guy that moved in on George Road down, where Tubby Hudson used to live, I don't know the people that moved in there. They bought some land from Edith. He had it surveyed. He comes all the way over through to town forest, through my land. And now we got a problem with him. You know, the state of Vermont has taken him to court, man, I don't know if you guys know that guy in Harvard.
Aaron Fuller.
Yeah, they're suing him, you knew that?
I know about this.
Huh?
I've heard the stories. Yeah.
Okay, so what does that have to do with?
It's because they're stealing my land.
Okay, so, but there's nothing we can do anything about it, other than the fact that if the survey says you have less land, then you're paying less taxes on it. But that's all we can deal with right now. If you wanna tell us
They
that,
haven't,
if you wanna tell us that you have more land than
No.
it shows, we're gonna tax you more.
I got
So
less
be-
land now,
Okay, so that's what we understand. So the acreage on your lister card is the acreage we're gonna deal with.
Yeah.
Period. Has nothing to do with surveys and land and
well,
battles.
what's it have something to do with surveying?
Well, how many acres are missing from your land in the survey? How many acres are?
I'm not gonna sit here and tell you how many acres that he surveyed, cause I'm not a surveyor.
Right.
I just know what the boundaries were. I bet know what the boundaries are for 200 years.
So if you can tell us what the difference in the boundary line that you think is right,
Cannot tell you the God's honest truth.
okay, then we can't do anything about that
Okay,
until we
I
have.
do know he took some.
Well, we need a fact. So if you can bring us.
I'll take 5 acres.
Okay, so,
I don't know that. I can't tell promise that.
okay,
But-
so if you've
Till we
lost,
survey again.
so right now, if you've lost 5 acres, you're in good shape. If you tell us the boundary moved, we're gonna add 5 acres to your land. So that's
No,
Until we get that settled,
Going in the wrong direction.
we can't do anything until that's settled. So thank you for letting us know, but there's nothing we as
Okay,
listeners can do
okay.
for your appraisal,
Okay,
okay?
okay.
One eighty-eight, that's what.
Yeah, right. But if you take 5 acres off, or you have to
Well,
swap,
it's still 5 acres, but we'll lower the cost per acre for that 5 acres because it's not good land. That's what we can do.
no, but you know what they tell me? They tell me I can go in there with an excavator, take that blue clay, all the trash that the beavers got in there, put it in the dump truck, lock it off and put it on some dry ground. How much do you think that would cost you? And you can't get within 100 yards of that swamp with a 10-wheel. That makes a lot of sense on that. So, what are you gonna do? Anyway, that's what it is, 5
Yep.
acres.
Okay, yeah, so we'll adjust, we'll look at that and change that 5
Yeah,
acres to
okay.
a lower grade.
But next year, maybe we'll have it out of there.
Eh,
Huh? You driving around, get rid of the beavers.
We need a beaver hunter.
We do.
We need a townwide beaver hunter. They're
Yeah.
everywhere.
Well, beavers have more right, I farm here, I'm the last farmer in this town. There used to be 50. I'm the last one in this town. You know what you do without farmers? It's tough.
We wouldn't eat very well.
No,
I just go to the grocery store.
yeah, that's what everybody say.
They all think
And then-
that shit, that it just finds its way there.
They go
You can
by,
always order Chinese food.
yeah, they go by my house now. And they stop and look at my Black Angus. There's 40 of them out there.
Yeah, delicious, aren't they?
You've seen them, maybe. You've seen them. They're in that green grass and pasture. They're beautiful, Angus. And they tell me that, and they're worth a lot of money now. And then, why they're worth a lot of money? Because in the Midwest, had a drought last year. And had to sell all the hay. They didn't have enough hay. Now they get rid of all the beef. It takes 2 years to get a cow steer up to where they can go to market. 2 years. It's gonna be there for a while. Okay, hopefully, for me. But now the other piece of land that I'm talking about was you probably been there. I don't even, I feel that was for you. Down on Chapin Road. It goes from the minute you leave Ron Thompson's land, right there. Up through to, I don't know, one of those houses out there. There's no road there.
Blackberry Ridge Road.
Huh? Yeah, yeah.
Blackberry Ridge.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no road to the property. I mean, there is a road, there's Tucker, Chapin. And used to live there, in a little. Maybe did you ever go there?
I've been on Chapin Road.
Well, you have to go up in the woods, walk across the swamp. And she used to live there, she bought it from me, her, another guy. And then I sold it, and then I told her, you want to buy it. The other guy that she was living with went to New York City and he left it, he didn't want it. So I told her to buy the land. There's 60 acres there, plus or minus, probably minus, I'd say. Right? So now, there's right, is that what they got?
No, I'm looking at something else.
Oh, okay.
That's all right, I'm listening.
Yeah, so now, there's no running water. There's no road there. There's no power there. There's a power line in the woods. There's no flush, there's no water whatsoever. No toilets, no flush toilet, no nothing. And I think it's way too high. There's not a road there. We come through there with a load because we lumbered on mine and we lumbered off on hers and we come down through a
So
lot.
what's the name on that property? The one you're talking about right now?
And Pontius and Happen. Bill Happen. He used to own it. Yeah.
We just want to pull a listing up to see what.
Apple?
Yeah. But they got it.
No trespassing.
Huh?
That was the one that was no trespass, and I have a letter there from them. It's, they got that little camp on it.
Yeah, right
I
there.
got,
Yeah. That little camp right there.
yeah,
So many of it, 10 by 10,
yeah.
maybe. There's nothing,
Yeah, so no water, no sewer, no basement,
nothing.
no heat.
Nothing.
There you go. Okay, and that's what
It's a hunting
it
camp.
shows.
Huh?
That's a hunting camp.
It's a hunting camp.
Well,
On
maybe.
60 acres.
Huh?
On 60 acres.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I think you got it in for how much now?
I don't know.
Well, anyway, it's way too much. You gotta walk through the goddamn swamp to get to it.
Well, you have a swamp you can walk through. You know how to walk through swamps.
Yeah, but I ain't going,
Oh, okay, good.
huh?
Not going there.
He's picking on you, John. What?
I know.
He's picking on you.
Yeah.
Well, let him pick, cause I can pick on him.
That's right.
Huh?
I'm
I
a
know
pick-
enough about him, so I
I've
can
been
pick too.
picked on a lot.
So anyway,
Okay. So you just think it's too high. So essentially, the way they look at that is a hunting camp with no utilities in the land. And that's how they rate it. That's the only thing they take into value.
so you gotta have power and you gotta have water and I don't know what you got it in for now, probably 200,000.
What's that, the Apple one?
Yeah,
Apple's 198.9.
see, I'm close. It's too much.
What do you think it's worth?
Huh?
What do you think?
150 maybe?
Solid construction looks good.
Huh?
So it looks good. It looks like it's constructed well.
Well,
No,
not really. It was built on a slope ground. She cut those logs by herself
okay.
with a chainsaw. And she cut them on the line and she put them on that ground. And I went over there after she was working for me. And with another guy that worked for, a cement company. Local, I can't think of his name.
Rogers.
Huh?
Rogers.
No, not Dave Rogers, that guy, Jesus Christ, no. He's a beast. Anyway.
Okay, so we'll look at that and see if we can do anything for it.
Yeah, that's, but I know it ain't worth 200,000.
Yeah.
And the only way, you can't get to it with a rig. We did milk the road down through with a skidder, you know?
Right.
And the land is steep behind that, really steep, it levels off, then it goes down over, we call the narrows, which is narrow. And why I used to own it, and then it comes out with a town lot.
Right.
The town lot's right there. Muddier than hell, and I got stuck this morning, and in the spring, trying to make a road. So we could see from up on top of the ledge. And look down through there, but. The town forest is right there.
Yep.
And if we don't do something about it. We're just gonna let it go, the town could lose the forest, what do you like? Part of it. I don't think you own it. Shouldn't.
Good, okay, thanks for your information.
Okay,
We'll take a look at both of those issues.
Yeah, that's only 3 sides of your property. On the south, we got the neighbors with the beaver problem.
yeah,
On the west, we got, the Amber Sherman survey, which affected your property.
yeah,
And on
now the town,
on the east, we got the Happel. We need someone on the north.
you got town is putting the wood right to me on the little trees,
We're gonna tax the trees next year.
huh?
You got trees that go along the road,
Yeah,
you're gonna tax those next year.
next year they're gonna tax. the
Don't
trees.
get him started.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, they probably they're taxing me right now.
So Doug, the hearing is over. I'm gonna shut